first match, that's my first time seeing the Stinger. God, even the assets are better, bro. CEO is back.
It feels good to be home, feels good to be watching some Strive. Not feeling too good for edik right now, though, getting zoned out by this Testament. I mean, that's the downside of this matchup, right, is that when you're A.B.A and you're not installed, you are slow as hell.
But as you weather the storm, as you gain your gauge, you can get some good guesses with parries or just get that one big poke, and things can change in a hurry. So now we have plenty. Finds a raw transformation, time to go in.
Yep. And going to be able to break the wall here as well with the super ops. Not to, instead just goes to the uninstall, wants the extra damage, which is a very good decision.
Yep. Install, reinstall, very good. Max jealousy gauge with plenty of meter as well. I was thinking maybe it was going to be keeper of the key, instead it's going to be the meaty into it. And now, of course, a quick cleanup.
Yeah, quick round number one indeed, and that is just the way that the tables can turn when you're playing against such a snowbally character like A.B.A. It's either snowball or be snowballed.
Sometimes you're the snowman, and sometimes you're the sun. Or something like that. There's some kind of poetry.
It's a good analogy. It's a good analogy. I like it. Oh my god, but I like that mortal counter too on that 6H.
Danzai blocked. Actually, really good counter poke there, and good read on the upwards fireball as well.
Yeah, and Bluebery recognizes that you don't have to go in here, right? Just keep playing that zoning game, keep controlling that space, send out the Succubi sisters. You're gonna be able to break the wall here, not gonna get the kill quite yet.
Yeah, no hard knockdown either, but that's okay. Still a positive situation here. And with the transformation running out, all of a sudden we have a huge opportunity.
Yeah, getting a massive juggle, building a ton of that jealousy gauge, but there it is, just reversal super. Oh, the dodge, I threw it proxy.
Absolutely, completely ignores it. The quadruple overhead for the fans. Armors once again, continuing to get aggressive here. Deflection buys a little room.
Oh, but able to weather the storm and send in the unholy diver to take the round.
Oh my god, this is what we were talking about. This is round one of the first match of all of CEO, bro.
Yeah, and I'm already stressed. I don't want to be blocking any of this.
Upper side of the follow through, finds the low, goes for the dash up, bursts, good timing.
All right, trying to go for the overhead. I like the Danzai. I think going into that Danzai to prevent any counter poking is a really good idea for edik, but either way, it's still going to be able to get a massive connection.
Even losing your stance there, checks the wild assault with the low and has plenty of meter.
Not able to break the wall with any of that meter, though, so it's right back to neutral and into the Jealous Rage install. That should be the first game.
I appreciate that from edik. There was a clear execution error there, unfortunately, with the BRC in place, but doesn't let the execution error stress them too much. Just goes forward with the game plan, tries to get aggressive, finds the touch. You can't let water off the duck. Little things like that can't interfere your gameplay.
Yeah, you just got to keep moving forward and moving forward. They are getting game number one here. And that's, you know, we were talking about how good it is for Bluebery to be able to zone out with Testament, but once you get into that brawling zone, Testament does not have a lot of defensive tools to get you out.
Does manage to get the trade there at least. Unfortunately, trade deactivates Sustain Stay. It looked like A.B.A technically got the first hit there.
Install again. Are we going to break the wall here? Yeah, with the super, of course, to get that hard knockdown positive bonus.
That was
cute.
That was super cute. A lot of, listen, when you're playing a character that's capable of like triple fuzzy overheads, I was going to say he's going to 360 flip on you. Like, sometimes empty throw is good enough.
Yeah, you can tell that the mental stack was already overwhelming Bluebery, right? Yeah. So definitely not seeing that throw getting snuck in. And still just stacking it upon stacking it, going into Danzai out of the install as well.
Fireballs came through once again, tried to stall just a little bit. Great press.
Ooh, another great press there too, able to get the counter hit. And now we got the 50 meter. Yep, goes to the RC immediately into the overhead, and that's gonna be 2 straight.
That's just enough. I think not enough people mash on Testament. Too many people let too many situations go. I really appreciate how often and how aggressively we're pressing in a lot of these block strings. Not even just from an A.B.A perspective, just from a macro matchup perspective. People let Testament get away with murder sometimes at close range.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you can see on the flip side, though, where Testament's trying to press, you cannot be pressing against A.B.A. You just can't. No. You have to buy your time, weather the storm, just wait for the Jealous Rage to run out. Pressing against her when she's in that Jealous Rage state is a death sentence, and we've seen it a couple of times already.
Absolutely agreed. He's going to lock us back in, though. 2 games already on the board here. The A.B.A continues to march. See if this Testament can maybe make a bit of a comeback here. I believe in Bluebery.
I still like the Paracelsus just staring over the shoulder.
They're watching intently, studying.
All right, round start situation again. Bluebery just going to create that space. You got to control the pace of the match here.
That's another thing. I love teleport in this matchup too, to try and guess and prevent transformations.
Not only that, if A.B.A is trying to go for like the command dashes, right? You could just teleport behind her and whiff punish her. But the punish is going to be on Bluebery instead this time. Keeper of the key.
Oh, yep, nightmare time. Yep. Well, what can you do, bro?
Yeah, it messed up the dash there. Definitely wanted the dash forward, but you know what? Still got another mix-up afterwards and closed out the round.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, a little teleport with the fireball as well. Unfortunately, doesn't get much mix off of it, but still, repping pressure, which is most important here.
Trying to go for the key drop. Woo! I like that yeehaw. That's a good normal.
Donzai into the RC. Oh, your life is forfeit, gamer. Still has burst, though.
Please don't press Bluebery. Oh my god, they did press. Got hit by the counter hit, and that's gonna be it, Proxy.
Yeah, unfortunately, had all that meter, never really got an opportunity.
This could get real nasty. This is I touch you and you die.
I feel like it's crazy. I feel like most of Millia's matchups are just kind of that way.
This a little bit extra though.
That's
you know?
true. That's true.
A little bit extra. Pray to God that you don't block too long and get that wrist gauge up. A little hotdog is on the Millia rage while Chingles is on the Slayer.
Oh, good block on the Capel, but unfortunately, the follow-up throw a little too much. Heavy on the same side. Good defense on layer
one. The 2H to low profile or low crush. The hair car is insane. What awareness.
We've played this matchup before. That or we are mashing, and I respect it either way.
Either one works. When it's Slayer, it just looks cool. But still going to get set through the wall here. One big downside in this matchup is that Slayer doesn't have a great backdash, so it's hard to get out of a lot of the setups that Millia is going to throw at you.
Yeah, extremely true. Get through and gets the anti-air.
Wasn't ready for it, though. Should have gone just straight into Super Mappa Hunch there. But it doesn't matter because
we had 100. We had 100.
Yeah, that was death right there if you went into Last Horizon.
Unfortunately, now he's going to have to watch the movie one more time. 50 meter built up once again. And unfortunately, movie's no winger.
Still alive for Chingles with 100 meter. A lead is not a lead against Slayer, but still a little hotdog taking the round. The flutter jump ain't gonna win.
Trying to kick the flippers on the jump in, not gonna help, but we gotta spend some of this bar. Slayer is a character where you really need to access meter to be able to become unpredictable. Yeah, because he is, like you always say, he's on rails.
Yeah, he is on rails, and he also builds meter so fast for that reason, right? So that he can utilize that meter to be a little bit more tricky.
Okay. Unfortunate situation coming up in the corner, still manages to escape.
Yeah, not where you want to be. The winger going to break the glass here, putting Little Hotdog in a pretty substantial lead.
Ooh, good block on layer 1, but unfortunately layer 4 is just a little too much. 2D finds the mark as we go for the fireball, but still, and a lead is never a lead.
Look at the health bar. Going to go into the loops. Doesn't even need them. Already almost tying up the health. Didn't have the meter though for the cross-up pile bunker.
Oh my god, but the cross-up still finds the mark and gets us out of the round. It was such a scary situation, but we do manage to survive.
That perfectly illustrated what we were talking about before this round started, right? Millia did so much, worked so hard, it got hit one time and almost lost the round.
Slayer was working hard too. I'll be the one to say it. That's hard work. Nice trade. Double dash afterwards, finds the cross-up. We are getting aggressive with the cross-up here. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, Chingles is recognizing that Little Hotdog is not blocking these cross-up power bunkers, so even if you don't have the meter, why not just go for it? There's the, not a hard knockdown, just going through the glass, and the pile bunker to blow up the far slash.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Oh no! Anti-air close slash. We got 3 of them. Look at your health bar.
Yeah, that's definitely not what you want. Gets the jab, finds the 2H. Your life bar. I think Super might have just killed there.
Super might have been able to kill there with the extra damage, but it's fine. You still have such a massive life lead. All you need is 1 touch, right? Even a 5P or a 2K will be enough.
Uh-oh. Are we about to see it on the other side here? Slayer worked so hard, and now Millia is about to rob him.
We have YRC though, right? Have access to YRC. 2 YRCs if we want to use it, just to get Little Hotdog off you, but we're not spending the meter, Proxy.
Yeah, I feel like we really need to be a little more active here. That's a great call there.
And the 6P, the people's elbow.
A generational normal for Slayer.
I miss the old 6P, but you know what? This new one ain't too bad.
Duel 1.
It ain't quite the same, but it'll work. It'll do. Good block on the first layer there. Capel managed to get the cross up.
Oh, I like going for the gold burst there, but smart on Little Hotdog to actually block it. It's smart to go for that burst as well. You're about to be sent to the stratosphere.
Of course, of course. Set it with the hair car though, has the meter. It's not even gonna get the wall break here. Resets and ends up working out.
Yeah, now just goes for the super wall break to get that hard knockdown, try and lock Slayer down. Oh, we are schmoovin', Proxy.
Timing on the dash was beautiful. Such a scary situation. Whip punishes the throw with a throw. That's a cruel fate, brother.
Yeah, just ends up same side. Chingles has a lot of jump scare moments so far in this set, right? But still, Lil Hotdog doing a good job staying one step ahead the entire time.
Oh no, the empty low. Things got a bit messy there. Falls down with the H. Ooh, back to the same side, respect.
That was a really cute mix up there. Very tricky. Goes for the low this time after the RC.
Wow, everything has been, we've been weaving in the crossover, switching back to the same side so effectively here. And there we go, a nice little stop sign into the fireball to take the kill. And Lil Hotdog, we're about to get upgraded to normal Hotdog. We're not Lil no more.
Foot long. If we win this, it's a foot long. All right, setting up. The disc once again gets the close slash, and the JH connects. There's the burst from Chingles. Trying to gain control of the momentum early on, but gets knocked right back down.
Wild Assault, definitely good call there as well.
Winger ain't killing. Oh, goes for the second super there.
That's okay. Hard knockdown is the most important thing because Millia can cheese one hit. There's too many situations. Millia is so good at getting that last pixel.
Oh, absolutely. Whether it be that low or that overhead. Again, it's so difficult to block the bad moon. And then if she has meter, you got to block the overhead low.
Bad moon with no meter is also super underrated.
Blows up the Wild Assault though there with the falling JS. I don't know what side that hit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Meter's built up though, just about at that 15 positive bonus, gets us there, finds the JH, but it's too high.
Oh, 6P, the push back to neutral. The flutter jump connects and is able to pick up with the close slash. Gonna RC to go for that max corner carry.
Was kicking his little beaties, that's crazy. No meter though, so yeah, didn't get the super, didn't get the break.
This might be it. I don't know if Chingles is gonna get burst back in time to survive this, but is able to block the mix-up. Oh, block the burst though.
Yeah, that's one of those key crucial moments you have to remember as we get the kill there. When you do red RC, when you're close enough on RRC, if that hit doesn't come through, you know it had to be a burst or a YRC. It's a free block every time.
Absolutely. But Chingles staying alive here. Still set point for Lil Hotdog. Nice, doing such a good job blocking these left-rights now. That's like 3 in a row.
Mashing in the right places too, but there we go. Same side, finds the hit, tries to go for the ID. Good gold burst.
Oh, but now it's just swinging for the fences, trying to find any connection, mashing on that slash button. Right, blocks the overhead is late. This time goes low. We've been harassing with that overhead so often, Proxy.
Oh my god, it goes back to the same side. We've done such a good job of controlling the corner in all of those situations. And that's the foot-long Hotdog.
High on Johnny right now for good reason.
As
this
should
character is incredible.
Both these characters absolutely like super strong in the current meta here. As you can see, jump back JS, definitely a very strong tool. Not quite as strong as Johnny, I feel like, but still a notable zoning.
Is this character, I mean, is this color tournament legal?
Wait, what about it?
Oh, gets the overhead there, and that's one of the big reasons, right? Johnny has these unreactable mix-ups, being able to put you in a guard crush as well if you do guess correctly on the mix-up, and then just getting to put more pressure on you is so strong in this game.
Yeah, flip pass, up the card, and there's another, that's the first world problem for Johnny, a little too plus situation to be able to get the throw, but still, execution error for sure. Maybe jump forward, tap forward, and once an air fireball gets easy.
Yeah, the Joker trick is going to be enough there for Sir Greenworth to take the first round. Already doing pretty well before getting that punish there on Braveword. But Braveword now coming straight to the Wild Assault. Burst is going to come out here.
Next good timing there, and Sen going to break the wall. Positive bonus, no hard knockdown though, back to the stand-up.
Oh, nice block into punish. No, that's not going to be able to connect. Far/2H isn't a true combo unless you get that counter hit.
Oh, see, I would rather see RC drift there than RC into a command dash from Johnny. Unfortunately, drops it out, but it's still okay. Looking like we should be able to get the finish. The burst comes back just at the end, but we're not quite able to utilize.
No, not quite. You know, one of the cool things about Johnny, too, that as much as people like to complain about him, he still keeps that execution that he's famous for in past games. Maybe not for his combos, but for the fact that what he relies so much on is fast RC. for like to make him really, really shine and work. You have to fast or see everything. But we're getting rid of the father and bringing in the daughter. It's time for Unica.
It's Kaiba cooler.
Kaiba cooler? Bring
her in. Definitely a character that is, you know, obviously on the newer end, but we'll see how it goes here. Functions very similar to her father. Spoilers, by the way, sorry.
Yeah. Go watch the anime. Or if you played the game, you would know. That's all her interactions. But yeah, this character, thing about her, she's a little bit on the slower side. She has real buttons, like buttons. But she carries a lot of tools from her family, right? She's got the gun dipper, she's got the overhead, right? But right now, she's just getting sent through the wall.
Yeah, unfortunately, not going to be able to get much done there. One thing to look out for, too, is the special moves. The color matters a ton. Red means it's the normal version. Blue actually comes through with the empowered. Good connected gears. Almost sets up for the knockdown, but unfortunately it's too far, and Johnny's back to the stand-up.
And gets tossed. Going to be the RC there to close out the round. Oh, okay. A little bit of a scramble, but still able to close it out that far slash. And yeah, she gets into that install state, or not install state, but that powered up state by going for special command normals, right? Special command normals will allow her to follow up with an enhanced special move.
Oh no, overhead connects. Even the overhead didn't need to do too much, but here we go.
The first J's of the weekend.
Oh, line him up. Another hard knockdown here. We do have a meterless DP, but unfortunately we're not able to access it there. Even off the drop combo, things are looking really tough for Braveword.
That's going to be 2-0 right here for Sir Greenworth. The switch to Unica not working out the way that Braveword was anticipating. Are we going back to characters? Like, no, we're locking in.
Okay. Unica the rest of the way. Good early connection there. Finds the knockdown. And a lot of the times you see a powered fireball there. Powered fireball seems to be one of the safest, one of the most stable routes to go for in the end. Fortunately, it has to burst for momentum. And a really nice little dash out there from Greenworth.
And that powered fireball is also good because it moves her backwards, right?
Yes.
So it's able to create space, reset her back to neutral, and then she can harass with like her laser and stuff like that. But right now, getting harassed by Johnny, sent straight through the wall, it's a positive bonus. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, slice on through.
The mother sword?
Oh, tries to land, but unfortunately the match comes through once again. Sir Greenworth looking to potentially put this away here soon.
Oh, straight into another super. No, we tried to go for the super, but instead got the dash there. Still, 2H is going to close out the round.
Now the final opportunity here for Braveword. Something big needs to happen. Trying to go for 6B right away. The 6B of my father.
I know, I was about to say, she learned that from her daddy. I like that burst there. Preventing yourself from getting put into a guard break situation, but a beautiful IAD right over the laser.
Oh, and had another good guess for the 6B there, but unfortunately just wasn't ready to convert it here. I feel like our core vision's pretty okay, and we've been able to set ourselves up for some good stuff. We just haven't been able to turn it into much when it actually does land.
But we are going to be able to get the hard knockdown here. IAD right on in. This is a dangerous position now for Braveword. Does get caught, put into the corner, and that's going to be all she wrote.
Good stuff, though. It's good to see the Unica, like, high to, like, top of mid-tier character. She's very good.
She's fantastic. She is fantastic. We don't need to sugarcoat it. She is a good character. Jumping in up against another good character here. Scrappy Sensei coming in on the Baiken, and Koffee rocking with the May. So cool.
I never thought I would say this, but Baiken's cool. I was on the anti-Baiken brigade when this character
You were, I remember.
When this character got announced, I sat back in my seat and groaned.
I literally popped off and then ran up to Proxy after the trailer like CEOs ago, right? Last CEO in Orlando, was it?
I think so, yeah.
And he was just like, he shook his head at me. He said no.
I was like, man, but now I'm a believer.
Well, let's see, Scrappy Sensei a believer as well. Goes for the parry right at round start.
That's honestly a really good guess against the May player. Unfortunately, after the Ozanson tries to charge the dust a touch too far. Already we can see we're trying to be very aggressive with the cancels here. You need to establish yourself when it comes to the way that May is whiffing and the way that she's trying to use these cancels also. You've got to be a little more aggressive.
Love the Oki here as well with the Tatami. Guys catching the Dolphin out of the air with the Kabari. And now you're going through the wall. In dust we trust.
Ooh, still alive though.
Just pull out the gun.
That's one way to end the round.
Hit her with the Indiana Jones, and I'm tired of fighting.
I was going to say, you brought an anchor to a gunfight. You hate to see it. Ozanson is an air-to-air. Continuing to work out here. H. Kabari also poking in it. At the right angles.
All right, this time put the tether on. Patches the backdash there with a 2H. Very nice.
Ooh, good block on the layer and finds the back throw. A situation might be brewing, especially with the 2S.
Oh, and that RC was really interesting there. Just a little too high to actually pick up with that JH. Still, wow, closing out the round.
Sometimes I forget her damage.
Yeah, with that extra wall break damage too, I was not expecting that.
Bari doesn't work out, finds the Dolphin, overhead kiss. Halo's old time.
Ooh, and the counter hit on the 2H is going to be massive through the wall with the Dolphin. Could have broken it with the super, but had already committed.
Yeah, we were lucky that the wall health was already a little bit damaged too, because that might have been the end of the round. The PRC might be the end of round 2, but we're too far. Yeah,
that was a really nice attempt at a burst bait there from Koffee. Still going to close out the round and take game number 1.
Yeah, so far doing a good job here. A lot of times in this matchup, I feel like what you want to do is you want to be a little more airborne, but we're finding success on the ground, so why lean into the airborne stuff a little more often? Baiken has trouble against characters that can stall themselves above it. That is such a nightmare.
And May has some of the best air buttons in the entire game, so taking through the skies is definitely a good play, but instead we go for stun dipper at home there, the 3K.
Oi, slides on through, gets the far slash, beautiful stuff. Unfortunately, a drop combo there with the whip throw.
Once again through the wall with the JD, not quite enough to close out the round.
I thought we were gonna shoot again, bro. I had that thing out, I was ready.
Straight to the next round here, trying to go for that 5H round start.
Too far for the Ozanson. Reversal parry not going to work out. Finds the far slash though. It's going to convert the knockdown. Gets the deflect shield as well.
That is unfortunate for Koffee, and now Scrappy Sensei. Oh, it's getting scrappy here. Oh, to the other side with the tether. Tries to go for the 5H.
Yeah, May is definitely one of those characters where you're locked in here with me. Get close up for a close slash here. Put it on him. Straight in with the Dolphin and the burst bait.
And pushing all the way to the corner. Not quite able to hit the wall, but what a whip punish there, too.
Ooh, and I love that delay. A lot of players will try to overextend for an anti-air there, but seeing that we were a touch too far away and recognizing that something like Ozanson or JS can come out, plays it slow, and now there's your reward. Get the round and back on offense once again.
2H, trying to pull in with the Cavalry once again. I love the spacing here from Koffee, doing such a good job backdashing, forcing these whiffs from Scrappy Sensei and getting those whiff punishes either with the 2S or the Dolphin.
100%, that's exactly what, like, even on the ground, even in these whip situations, right there off the fast RC was a little bit of a delay, but I love the ideas we've got here.
Yep, into the throw. OTG overhead kiss in the corner, and Koffee taking game number 2. And towards the end there, it was just being crazy with the Dolphin jumps over and over.
Again, though, that's the angle. Baiken is one of those characters. Right above her is really the weak spot here. A lot of times you have to go for something big, very committal, or you just have to do something crazy like hold the dash macro. Like, you just have to be like, I've declined the situation.
Yeah, making sure our dash macro is actually set up. As we jump straight into our next game.
But it looked like, if I'm not mistaken, I think, yep, sticking it out. It was just a costume flop. The May costume at a glance looked like Bridget, and I was like, no way.
Just switching to Bridget.
Duel 1.
At a glance, it's understandable, right?
Bridget May shippers are in shambles after the anime, bro, I'll tell you. Okay, Scrappy Sensei taken to the skies to try and challenge Koffee. Interesting decision. Seems to be working out at the moment, though.
Team 6 unfortunately can't help out either. Beats ball a little too far. Found the low, but wasn't ready to commit to the 3K.
Bro, we're just walking backwards. What's going on?
Controller issue, it looks like here,
Oh,
yeah.
no. Are they using a hitbox? Is that what it is?
Danger.
So it looks like there was a bit of a disconnect here. Maybe just going to play it out?
We'll have to see. That's really unfortunate for it to happen on this stage.
Danger.
It's early, so a reset wouldn't be bad. Yeah, it looks like they're going to reset here, which definitely seems like the right. It was early enough in the round. Not a big deal. Seems right to me.
Yeah, it seems about right. No one really got anything started, so, you know, we can just go ahead and restart it.
Yeah,
it's fair.
If it gets to the point where it's like if I'm whooping your ass, I need
I'm
a
taking
T
it.
over.
Yeah,
I need a T
if
over
I'm
it.
winning, I'm taking it. Absolutely.
Take the round.
100%.
Oh, man. But back into it once again. Looks like it should just be a neat and tidy reset here. So again, 2-0 to Coffee right now. That low, tried to wild us up, but gets answered by the Porpoise.
Oh, and the JH gonna be able to connect. No follow-up though.
Ooh, missed the 3K again. Unfortunately, missing out on some knockdowns, some damage here. Baiken back in the stand-up, past the burst in the end.
Oh, 2H connects. Unfortunate. Low slash into the 2D.
Oh, all this meter got expended somehow. Unfortunately, it's anti-air and the beach ball OTG. I've never seen that kill before.
No, that is crazy. Great play there for Coffee. Now sitting at set point. There's a 5H right off the bat.
We gotta get anti-airs on these. We cannot let her just jump around for free. Triple close slash for the damage. Slowdown finds the throw, goes for the dash up situation, looking good, especially with the overhead kids here. It's not quite enough to kill, but still okay.
Unfortunate, but tries to pull out the gun, gets over, but is able to get thrown. Oh, just sent out the super.
Oh no, and the killer whale is the answer to the charge dust attempt. I think if you, sometimes it doesn't matter what your notes say.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter.
Bright and early though, getting into the first one here. Little hot dog back on the sticks one more time. Bozo, can we flash kick our way to victory here? It's definitely one of the biggest things against Millia. Being able to have a charged reversal helps so much against the left-right pressure.
I agree, 100%. But here we go, Lil Hot Dog performing incredibly well earlier on, right?
Yes.
Doing a good job in a pretty volatile matchup. This one's also going to be pretty volatile, and now you have to deal with the flash kick.
That's what I was talking about, though. Is I feel like every matchup for Millia, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, wow, she just kind of dies in one hit, huh?
It happens, it happens.
You can see he can try and keep it grounded, tries to go into the pillar and matches the counter afterwards, but a nice throw. Good setup to start us.
Yeah, trying to go for that 2S, dash right on in to score the throw. Very nice. Yeah, and blocks the very first flash kick. That's what you need to do in this matchup.
But Bozo is not deterred in the slightest. Flash kicks on the next knockdown as well. You cannot bait me. I am ungovernable.
Ungovernable indeed. Sitting on a lot of meter here. Tries to go for the hair car. Gets blown up by the fireball. And what a pickup there, too, in the corner.
Second hit of JS. Not something you see as often. Definitely a good air-to-air, but still working out well as the BRC slowdown. Tried to bait that, but good patience.
Yeah, and it just goes for the RC into the low. Nice YRC there from Lil Hot Dog. Great escape from the corner as well with the fastball into Capel.
Look for the air there with the touch too far. Burst. Comes through. Finds the low and converts to the run through. Had the hit and said it's not good enough. I want another one.
No, not at all. And we're going to get another round here. Nice. Capel's going to end up on the same side. Put into the mix. Beautiful JH.
Good back to the cross up here, 2K2D, heavy fireball, very nice. The blender continues, and the DP is answered as well.
Straight through the wall. It's going to be a hard knockdown here for Lil Hot Dog, doing a good job controlling the pace here of this round. Gets the cross up again. Nice pickup into the super, secures the round.
Beautiful stuff, definitely what you got to do. A perfect on the board here, a long perfect as well. Round starts straight to Capel, finds the touch, and is continuing to try to be the aggressor. Low, blocks the burst as well.
Unreal, gonna be able to get the super here. You went for the extra hit too to make sure you get the wall spike. You could have just gone straight for the super.
Double dash, set up for the headbutt. RC, headbanger's ball a little bit more. There's the throw, there's the kill, and there's the first game to Bozo.
Yo, I like the Kirby. I like the Kirby hat.
That's what I'm saying, it's beautiful. It's a great beanie.
It's like in the new Kirby game, you know, where he like eats the car, but instead he's on your brain, but he's like a Metroid.
I'm getting ratatouille.
Kirby is piloting him.
Heavy fireball, tries to land on the same side. Beautiful block, but no meter bad moon, bro. I'm telling you, send it.
It's so powerful, but there's the burst. Unfortunately, got just a little too aggressive, getting caught by these fireballs. The way that Bozo is utilizing the fireball to approach or force Little Hot Dog into the air for these anti-airs is beautiful.
100% agreed. It's something you've got to have in your toolkit here, especially in the matchup. Forcing her to jump is so strong. And now one more guess potentially here as we go for the jab and go for the pressure.
There's the YRC though, immediately into the backdash. Oh yeah, blocking the low hair car. Little Hot Dog committing to those really risky high-low options, right? Bad Moon or a hair car with no meter to back it up does work a lot of the time, but when it doesn't, you're going to pay dearly for it.
Yeah, gotta be a little more careful with how you approach. The flex shield still gets overheaded. That is not what you wanted to see, but unfortunately pushing them farther into the corner is not gonna make more space on the screen.
No, and now Bozo with a dash-up throw, just sitting on all of this tension here, needs one touch.
Found the knee, could convert it though. Plenty of meter, taps the dust, blocks the burst. Bozo's gonna get another one off a perfect.
Wow, just absolute domination here from Bozo. Footlong Hot Dog might be becoming Little Hot Dog again now, Proxy.
Might be on our way to the world's famous lunch. One person in chat probably knows what I'm talking about when I say that. That's in New York.
As long as they know, that's all that matters.
Jump on that one, starts the burst early. Good air-to-air, but unfortunately a better 6 PM response.
Whoa! Okay, that was not what Bozo wanted. Just shooting at Ghost, and now Little Hot Dog gets to take that opportunity here.
I think what that was is when you RC, it charges for you.
Yes. That's right. Because you can do fast RC immediate charge, right?
Yeah. So I think that's what that was. Maybe we were holding right, realized we needed to be left, chuck the fireball. You know how it is. So okay, those go for the 2S, pressure on the ground. Dash away, but compels back to the corner, the wrong side, my guy.
Now just an escape there, landing on Bozo's head with that JH, able to block the flash kick with a fastball. Saw that Bozo was trying to just negate that left-right mix-up there too with the flash kick. A Little Hot Dog called it out beautifully. It's going to get a wall break.
Had the right idea, 100%. BRC for the slowdown here. Compelled to be able to escape. Finds the knockdown though, and blocks the flash kick again. We've had such good reads on it in the later stages of the set.
Double super to break the wall, takes the round. Little Hot Dog swinging back.
I love saying Little Hot Dog. What a great one.
It rolls off the tongue really well.
Heavy fireball, set it up again, trying to bait the DP instead, is able to find the double overhead, charge the dust for the extra damage, and now a nightmare situation for Bozo here.
Oh, but what a trade. Actually sending Little Hot Dog into the corner. Whoa.
I don't think I've ever seen that normal work like that.
That high of a hitbox is absurd.
Uh-oh. Winnable.
Very winnable indeed. 5P gonna be able to get the anti-air through the wall, but doesn't break the wall with super, so now it's back to neutral.
BRC forward, he got to. Goes for the super instead, has the RC response, but there's a throw.
Scooped into the throw again, and Bozo staying alive and winning the whole damn thing. It's very nice, has great range on it, and you're gonna see a lot of that. Well-placed 2Ps to get out of that pressure.
As well as knowing where to throw, but against Johnny, it's not going to be the throw nearly as often here. Getting straight started, finds a connection, goes for the dash up, there's the throw, and a little too far the 2P. That's okay though, 6P response.
Right. Oh, and the RC to block the very first burst there from Sir Greenworth. That doesn't feel good.
Oh, and Toxanz delays a little bit there, the dash up the FD. Ooh, pressing in the right places again, though.
Yeah. With the guard break, tries to go up for the throw. Well, once again, Toxanz just sniffing it out.
Oh, the BRC, the tri-jump kicks him in the forehead. Beautiful stuff from Toxanz.
So you're already seeing the defense from Toxanz on display, right? Just in this first match. I would say baiting out the burst is a form of defense as well, right?
It counts. You block. Anything that involves blocking counts.
You're right.
Steals the turn with the fan, the close slash blows him up. Ko is the correct response and just loops the situation into the corner.
Straight into the super. Hard knockdown scenario here for Toxanz.
On the 2S. Oh, nice interruption on the knockdown here. Tried to play it low and slow. Needs to be careful of the parry here. 100 meter. Almost there for Anji, but has to FD.
Just getting rid of the carve and the spin on in. Baits the burst once again. Toxanz with game number 1.
Dropping the fish on him as you're supposed to. Beautiful showing.
Yeah, Toxanz is going to be a favorite to get deep into this bracket.
Bro, the fish was one of the best additions to this game. That's the homie.
It's great, too, because a lot of people will panic RC when they hit Anji's spin, but if you panic RC and the fish is coming out, he's just taking your meter, essentially.
Yeah. We get the far slash here into the overdrive. Great choice here. Positive bonus. Hard knocker. 2 meter almost there for Johnny, though. It's not going to be much block until Sir Greenworth. If we get another chance.
Yeah, should be able to just get the super right here. Absolutely closing out yet another round for Toxanz.
Oh no, I wanted to make him watch the movie, the stop motion.
This is just a steamroll at the moment here now for Toxanz in full control of the match with Sir Greenworth able to get an early throw. Can we turn the tide?
Boy, second good.
6K, sweet chin music.
Good just block there though, doesn't want to overextend. Plenty of meter on the side here of Johnny, gotta spend it. There we go.
A clean perfect there. Nice answer back from Sir Greenworth. They do have it in them, just needs to keep clawing.
One thing I want to see from a lot of players is I want to see more meter spending. I think it's better to overspend and then learn to reel back than it is to be overly cautious with your ball.
Yeah, you don't want to be caught dying with a full stick of butter.
Especially not when you're playing a character like Johnny, who again, like you said, lives and dies by the fast RC in a lot of situations.
There's the YRC, not going to be blocked.
The legends were true. 4 lows. Finds it.
Breaking the wall with the butterfly too, so casual. Toxanz still sitting on burst and just immediately taking game number 2. Didn't even feel the sweat at all there. 100 tension, 100 burst, and no problems.
Toxanz showing off one of my favorite and one of my most core fundamental beliefs of fighting games is that it doesn't matter what your mix-up is, if it is long enough, it will hit them eventually. People get bored, people will eventually overthink what you're going to do. 15 lows in a row is a good mix-up.
You can only guess right so many times, too. But hey, it's Toxanz's turn to guess right now, getting sent through the wall here. More J's in the chat.
Sliced up, finish through, less than 50% life left. Greenworth, a big opportunity here as we get another throw. It's like right there, I want to see fast RC. You know, the try jump like you see a ton of people do.
Yeah, I mean, fast RC is so strong. It's also how Johnny is able to keep his pressure going after these guard breaks. There is able to take the round, though. Just nice spacing on that misfiner.
Yeah, on hit, the card is able to pop. Burst almost back here for Toxanz. Straight in with the twirl. Finds the close slash as well.
Straight through into another super. Toxanz about to get burst back in this set as well, in this round even.
That's another close slash. Doesn't want to go for any of the messy stuff. Steals the soul just a bit. Waits out the deflect shield. Is able to take the kill. It's a round apiece, but it's set point for Toxanz. That's dueling perfects.
It is actually tragic here for Sir Greenworth to go into this next round starting off with only half of your burst. You do not have a get out of jail free card here. You got to think a little bit deeper when you use that deflect shield.
Good match on the throw though. Senga tried to go, but unfortunately with a whiff.
He's going to get it back here before he dies, but then you're going to get one chance, right? And so far, Toxanz still with a nice life lead is what I would say.
Okay, a little shimmy for the fans.
And the shimmy right back there from Toxanz into the super.
Yeah, on Toxanz's side there, especially having some bar left over, no reason not to try and initiate the throw there. Good stuff for sure. We're potentially going to close it out here. Has the meter.
Yeah, with 100 tension here, though, Anji is also very good at finding those last little hits. YRC is blocked. Sir Greenworth, you have to make a pay, but the burst comes out.
Oh, the twirl into the low. I don't blame Sir Greenworth at all for overthinking expecting here. So I believe that's them on the Sin.
Wow, yeah. So they have been playing Sin. Obviously, you know Lucien for Happy Chaos, right?
Yes.
But they have been playing some of the Sin lately, which you know is a fantastic choice. This character is kind of godlike. But Jin coming in on the Johnny, and we're right into it. No button checks needed.
Yeah, already straight on in. Good backdash there. Just block did not get pushed out as well. 2K2E and a burst in response. Back and forth between the two. But in the end, Lucien's going to get a stronger start here with the Ride the Lightning.
Our knockout scenario as well. And the Wild Assault to get the pick up. Stagger with those 5Ks. Unfortunately drops the combo there in the corner and lets a DP rip. All right, 6K.
Straight on through, gets the wall break. Here we go. Easy way to set it up. David down with a pixel of health now. Plenty of meter on Sin's side, though, and is of course going to wake up with it.
That's a safe jump, though, but there's the RC. Throws the close slash attempt, and Jin getting the first round.
I cannot believe you were buffering throw in that moment. That was a crazy pull.
Was ready for it. And now the 2K. 2K2D, it doesn't even go for a card toss, just flips right over to get out of the corner. I like that decision making a lot.
Ooh, a little cancel, definitely smart. Pass straight on pass with the JK. Aye, and the legs get blessed.
Big pick up, yep, right into the corner, get you with the guard break. But just 6P, not even a DP there from Lucien. I like that a lot.
Oh, okay. While the Soul tries to stop the feed. Nice block. And the quick RC. Loving the routing here off the Tyrant Barrel.
And then obviously getting that hard knockdown. Jin does have access to 50 meter. No clue what they were pressing. Maybe it was Wake Up Super, just misinputted. Either way, Lucien going to secure that round.
Yeah, you hate to see it go to the wayside like that, but now using the Wild Assault, committing here. Should be able to get back to a burst, though, depending on how the economy goes.
Oh, and the reset there off the Sun Dipper. Straight into another Tyrant Barrel, because why not?
Unfortunately, it looks like the economy might be in a downturn here. We might not get to see this extra burst here.
No! Oh, your soul is mine, and so is game number 1.
Throwing the deflect shield, always a painful situation to have to deal with there, but a great way to execute here, and that's Sin absolutely dominating this first game here.
But they're both still just vibing. Listen to whatever tunes they got going on.
Oh my god, the mid-range, you can't just throw those cards out. Sin is too strong at that 1 to 2 character length.
Especially with that beat driver too, right? He can just jump scare you. There it is, beat driver again. This time going for the Wild Assault into the Tyrant Barrel to refund that Wild Assault with the positive bonus.
Poking those legs with the 2S, very smart. Dashes up with the close slash here once again. Johnny trying to go for something aggressive after the reset there, but isn't quite able to find it. So RTL is the route and is more than enough to kill.
Spending that 100 tension for the extra damage. All right, 6K is a miscancel. Once again, deflect shield losing out. Unfortunate. Jin has been constantly trying to go for that deflect shield to create space, but Lucien is doing such a fantastic job playing around it.
RC for the slowdown, but we mash out of it. You're trying to slow me? 2-2Ks in a dream.
Low slash, 6H. Oh, a far away YRC.
Oh, trying to go for that. I saw the vision with the Asenga trying to bait out the throw, but unfortunately there, a backdash is caught by the card. Can't quite finish our combos, though. We've left him against the wall a couple times now.
Yeah, maybe one of the only downsides of Sin as a character, right, is the fact that his backdash does take a little while, so it's pretty easy to catch. But you still have to capitalize on that.
It's not a fast card.
It's true. he likes to go forward, all right?
Oh, straight out pass, though. The overhead finds the mark, and that will do it. A second game in a row to everybody's favorite color guard captain.
Color guard captain?
You like that one?
Were you ever in color guard?
No, but I was in marching band. So.
I was in JRTC, bro. Respect. So I was in color guard for like 1 semester, and then I said, I don't want to stay after school anymore. You know?
There you go.
So let someone else do that. I got my ribbon. I got my color guard ribbon, and then I was like, I'm done.
I'm out of here. A bit of a switch up, though, onto the Vampire here. Nagoriyuki is going to be the choice. Try and fight this out.
This is nice. This is the character who, before Sin was put into the game, kind of stole Sin's mechanics, right? But canceling special moves and special moves, so.
I'm saying they both do it because of hunger, just different types.
Oh, that's true. That's bars, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That's bars.
Done up well, still alive though. Stomps on the feet once again. We've been leading into the overhead with meter, so casting in on that low finally.
And you can see that Lucien, recognizing the change in the matchup, is now just going all in, right? Pedal to the metal. Wants to get in boxing distance with Jin because Nago, oh, okay, the burst actually goes out. Because Nago has those long range normals, especially at level 3 blood.
Plus he takes extra damage, so it's like, you know, pokes like that, maybe you're not going to kill in other situations, but when you're at level 2, level 3 blood, absolutely more than enough to be able to break on out of that one. See here, jump, couldn't get much else afterwards. Tries to commit the Beyblade, and ends up finding a close slash afterwards.
Oh, tries to go for the IAD back JS. Or JH, I should say. There's the DP. Blocks the blood burst, and oh no! Oh no!
A fate worse than death. Takes a step forward, manages to get out of Blood Rage pretty quickly here, and now he's going to try and Mario Party him. Trying to be very aggressive, misses the BSU, and the round is over.
Another blood pop, and just Styles there with the hoof stomp. What a game for Lucien.
Very nice. Beautiful stuff as always. Definitely a player that we love. Action throughout the entirety of the day today across all of the different streams here in the CEO venue. So make sure, get that multi-twitch rolling.
This matchup is that video in the zoo where the two gorillas are fighting and the lady in the background is yelling, "Someone stop them!" And what do you want us to do? We're just spectators at this point.
The eagle flying over is like, bro, somebody gotta get these guys. Nice 2D though. Came through, straight with the headbutts.
Oh yeah, backdash into the far slash. Good old Honest Soul, always throwing out rock.
Oh no, unfortunately that time it's just rock from the side. Get that far heavy, beautiful stuff. DP to take the damage and straight back into the offense.
Oh, but there's the whip punish this time here from Bozo. Able to get the knockdown. Now it's time to start putting immanity into the blender.
Oh no, and there it is. That'll be the finish, and all because he turned into an equal sign. That dash back H, beautiful.
Equal sign.
I think it was Rinza. Shout out to Rinza.
He's got the equal sign, bro. He's got the multiplication fireball.
True. Your boy's math in the math. When he DPs, it turns into a 0. He said that's how much chance you got.
Uh-oh, it is looking like immanity is running out of those chances. No chance in hell here. Can we find out the corner? Spends the burst, but not a lot of life remaining.
Oh, the 2D from a distance. The coast to coast. Beautiful with the missile drop kick.
Again, but this time with the RC. Leo Whitefang players may have lost heavy DPRC, but you can't take away 2D RC from them.
Some things will never change. Airborne 2D. That's the tweet.
Oh, round start 2S is going to win out here for Bozo. Immediately going for the Wild Assault just to get that early positive bonus.
Starting to pick up strong start. Full burst still available. Zool will be aggressor just a bit. Unfortunately can't deal with the run through though. Unstance because the wall health was low too. Very smart. RC to unstick. Not quite enough to kill with the axe kick, but still okay.
And now just needs that one touch in order to close out the round here. And there it is with the flash kick and a perfect there for Leo Whitefang. Bozo.
Okay, back in with the fireball. Trying to play it as steady as possible. Guard point stance, first time we've seen it, and unfortunately has to walk too far forward with it. Doesn't get anything forward.
Well, that was interesting. Weird interaction there, but the throw ended up winning out for immanity.
Try to mash respect.
I mean, both these characters are going to be mashing the hell out of their far slashes.
Same situation again. I think that they're expecting Bozo to take more time and try to take some liberties off of that knee. Unfortunately, it's just not working out. Bozo's doing a great job of staying airtight.
The dash in, just dash in, blocked it from immanity, able to get the throw. Just trying to establish a safe jump, waiting for that flash kick too.
And run through once again goes unanswered, but another great backdash.
Sent all the way through the corner, goes for the BRC mix. Fuzzy is going to be blocked. Bozo with the 6P into the RC.
I appreciate the BRC for the mix up there, but again, I feel like this is an idea we've had to return to a couple times. I would rather see you RC on the Fafnir and get a better combo and get closer to the corner, and then you have 50 meter for the next layer also with the threat of the wall break. I just feel like we need to spend meter a little more aggressively.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, especially when you're playing a character like Zool. That DP is going to hit the run through though into anti-air 5P.
Oh, this gets clubbed with the overhead.
Yeah, immanity has been just slow but steady, trying to fight on in. 2K connects but wasn't ready for the counter hit.
Too far the throw this time. Had the right idea and blocked the layers, but there we go. SDP, of course, of course.
And able to block the burst there. Massive punish. Is it enough to get the kill? We don't have super, so it's not.
This is an even matchup here. Be careful. Gets aggressive and gets the trade. Good poke, and Bozo with the FGC head nod came out there. I respect that. Pulling that one out of the toolkit.
Oh, gets the just block on the very first 5K. Unfortunately, it looks like they delayed just a little too long before pressing back. Blown up by that 6K, now going to get sent through the wall of their troubles with the Berserker Mirage.
Very situation to come here. Goes for the run through. Nice block. Finally starting to deal with that run through a little bit, whether it's the DP or the block.
Planted the tombstone with a 6H. Okay, we just poking.
With how aggressive Bozo's been with 2Ds, I actually like that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, too. 6H can actually catch that 2D on startup.
backdash avoids the guard point. They don't want to get involved in any of that nonsense, but now the back turn into the mix. Things are going to get messy.
First is going to be really important here for immanity. Holding on to it for dear life. Probably going to hold on to it until the next round at this point. No! What do I know, Buff?
I was expecting the same thing! Breaks the armor though, straight through.
Oh, dropping the Night Raid Vortex, and now Bozo is going to get set point.
Oh no, and 2S starter, beautiful. Gotta get this game a must-win situation here, as TP from both players has been paying off.
I like going for the guard point there too. But good patience from immanity. I mean, we kind of criticize the fact that they're maybe a little too patient, right?
Oh, DPC overhead again though.
Blocking the super, yeah, there's the RC immediately. That's expensive to steal your turn back, but you do have immanity into the corner.
IBFT saves the day there, but unfortunately nobody's home. The missed punish. Looks like it's come back to bite us here, but the just block once again. 2K2D blocks the flash kick as well.
You need to go for a crazy route here. Has no meter. All meterless put into the corner. Oh, but YRC comes out so far. Throws out the DP. Reckless abandon.
Manages to link it. Goes through the wild assault to try and lock out the burst. Burst does come back just in time though, and overbaits
No! Going for the throw was the perfect play there from Bozo. Recognized that the burst came back. Said, what's the only way I can? Always comes back to the Giovanna for good reason. I mean, Giovanna's only gotten better and better as the seasons have gone on in Strive as well, but same could be said for Baiken. So part of this is going to be a nano badthey wanting to maintain proper spacing, right? Utilize a lot of that 2H, a lot of that 2S as well, just to kind of poke and keep Classified out. Because once Classified gets in, that's when you start getting guard crush.
Which is extra funny because I feel like Classified, while, again, if you want Giovanna to try and get in there, try and get into the CQC on her own terms, I think she's a character that actually loses when she's in the rope situation. I don't think she does very well in that. She needs space to roam. She needs to be able to backdash. She needs to be able to use her movement. So actually getting Escobar, I think, is a huge portion of this matchup.
Maybe a little bit of a hot take, but I think she's just like a better chip function. She does what Chip does, but a little bit better, and she definitely has more survivability than Chip, right? A lot of the whip punish game, if you like to play a whip punish Chip, Giovanna, you should just pick her.
YRC gets blocked though. Unfortunately, is a little too aggressive with the defensive options there. The system mechanics getting exploited by Classified here, who's still sitting on their full burst.
Nice just defend there on the other side from Nano. Still getting caught, set straight into the corner. All these just defense, but can you turn it into anything?
Oh, almost turns into something there. Gets the heavy, absolutely needed the burst.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a wall break. All right, positive bonus now for Classified. Getting a lot of that burst and risk, or excuse me, tension gauge back.
The damage is really starting to add up here. Not quite enough, even on the empowered spiral arrow situation. Going a bit astray here. BRC for the slowdown, a double backdash.
Oh, but here we go, tethered up. Oh, just wake up 5K? That's how we're feeling right now?
You've got the life to play with.
That's true.
So I definitely respect it.
You could take those chances, and the chance ended up paying off. Game number 1 there for Classified.
Also, that's an important thing to remember, is that her momentum, when she has the Kabari on you, is very different. So a lot of the time, the timing of when your Zonzi is going to hit you is extremely different when Escobar.
You're right. You're absolutely correct.
So he might have just, that might have been a situation we've seen before, too. Yeah.
Oh my god, but look at that risk gauge here. Classified, yeah, has to keep the pressure up to make sure that they can drain down. Don't want to take any of that extra damage. But instead, putting this extra damage on Nano.
Tight routing. Max meter. Guilty back. Guilty gear.
Oh, the whip punish there was nasty, getting the burst out of Nano.
Oh, we're gonna jump over, unsheath the sword, pokes her out of it. YRC gets a little bit of room for us to work with here. Classified somehow manages to make it back to mid-screen. Uh-oh. Game time.
This time putting out the Ozanson much lower, recognizing that Classified can wake up at the 5K again.
And the H Kabari for the interruption as well. Takes the shot, pulls him out of the corner, misses out on the last piece of routing though. Classified full control.
100 tension for Classified. Oh, but the wake up parry!
Respect. Respect.
That was a great call up there from Nano. Now in a very strong position here where they can tie things up in the set.
Oh no, but unfortunately coming off of that really great read, they're stuck in the corner, breaking through, classified off to the races once again. But a good far slash to interrupt. Unfortunately, doesn't turn into much.
Oh, the close flash, spiral, arrow, gonna be able to break the wall. And now things are getting real dangerous here for Nano. You don't want to allow Classified to get a 2-0 lead on you. That is quite the mountain to climb. Nice press.
Oh, Escobar, I love the idea once again. Getting that locked in can be huge. There we go. Gets the pull in, and this is the big opportunity. This is where you make your money.
I am really impressed by a lot of the just defense here from Nano Badthey. So unfortunately hasn't been able to convert those just defense into too much, right? We're not getting throws afterwards or anything like that. It's still just a little too far away.
Okay, far slash, my beloved. It's just absolutely mauling Gio in the corner.
3 slashes in the moon.
I was just about to say it's around, but not quite. Classified still in this. Not with much though. Wild Assault gets aggressive.
Oh, but just got the 6B, the oost right up in the guts there with the close slash as well. Oh my god.
What a block. What an absolute monstrous read from Classified there. That's disgusting.
Not only a monstrous read, but a monstrous punish to go with it. And now we're going back to characters like back to the drawing board. What's the different play gonna be?
We're going to the namesake. Soul Badthey.
Soul.
I'm down.
Just matching it to get him to say Soul. I like the decision to go for Soul, right? Soul's a pretty good character, but now we go back to Baiken.
Back to the main. I respect that. I was definitely excited for a little Soul Badthey, but unfortunately not going to be the case.
Now instead it's right back to the Baiken, the one-armed, one-eyed samurai.
That's one arm and one eye, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget she has one arm.
She also has a cannon on that one arm.
That's true.
You know, like a certain Mr. Gus from Burp.
That's Mega Man.
That is Mega Man, you're right. Oh, bar slash anti-air, gonna get the first out of Classified early on.
Jump over, I think that was Giovanna because the whiff, but the PRC gets the hit in the end. Ooh, okay, he's off.
Yeah, sometimes you forget she has one arm because depending on which side she's standing on, it's a different arm missing.
Bari a little too far, still okay. 2 hits into the super, what a confirm. Positive bonus continues to rock for Classified.
Yeah, but just the double dash into the throw, that's gonna be set point now. Classified looking to close it out right here and move on the winner's side of pools.
Dash into nothing. Respected. Tommy to try and control the space here, but Classified continues to eat up that real estate a little bit at a time.
Poking out of the tatami pressure. Classified cero miedo, no fear.
Okay. Wow, we're using the Kamari to our advantage here, but unfortunately gets caught in it again.
Oh, and getting caught pressing on the roundhouse kick.
Right through Tatsu, 50 meters still available for both players here. Dash up 5K, that will do it. Quick little move up here. And that's going to be Classified taking the victory as well as our homemade award for best jacket of the day.
That's true. Honestly, both of the fits here go.
This Nagoriyuki can do a little bit better into the later stages of things.
No butt checks right into it. Yes, we are.
Appreciate the double Fukyo. We're spending a ton of blood here. We're already in danger mode.
Yeah, just trying to get into those enhanced normals, right? Those enhanced normals on the ranges like the 5H, trying to go for it right away there too.
Oh, way to be ready. That is how you tell if a Leo player season though. When you GP, they're going to be down back FDing every single time.
Just to make sure they're ready for any clash situation. Jin unfortunately was not ready for it. Just let the recovery go all the way through, and now is getting punished dearly for it. Set through the wall, hard knockdown.
Skates on up, easy peasy.
This dude do be on skates though, by the way. How fast he just dashes forward.
The way he would move is like effortless too. I like to imagine he probably rollerblades at the same time.
It's the Heelys, bro. Slides right on in. No, that's Slayer's 2D.
Yeah, players on the healing. BRC, good backdash to avoid it, but unfortunately because of the BRC, we were able to completely scout out that backdash there. 6-8 in a dream. You recoiled a little bit. I was not expecting him to kill.
No, I mean, 6H does a lot of damage, but that combo went on for a bit, so I was thinking there was going to be a magic pixel remaining.
Fully overhead finds the mark. Awkward little jumper out there trying to make the burst, it looks like. Maybe an execution error.
Yeah, still trying to play this footsies game. Yep, you cannot throw out that heavy fireball against Nago. That 5H blows right through it and right through you as well.
Bro, OTGs. Oh my god, what a poke.
And able to convert it into the Wild Assault 2. Back turn overhead should be game 1.
Leo Whitefang continuing to be a favorite here. It's been a pretty decent spread of characters, though, I will say. That's always one of the nice things about pools. We do get like a good spread of characters, good spread of players. I like to see the diversity.
I agree. Just missing a potential.
We're talking about the best characters in the game.
Over the 2K press. Able to get a nice little whiff punish.
Oh my god, gets the connection here, just gets the OTG afterwards, and RC to restabilize, but drops the combo.
Yeah, also trying to bait out that burst too with the RC, right? But either way, if you just RC and don't hit anything, you do get a hard knockdown, and being able to maintain the corner against Leo is pretty nice as well.
Oh, trying to go for the throw, but it's a little too late to run through. It already completely crossed up.
Oh, you might be dead. No! Didn't commit to the super. Had already committed to that back turn H.
RC to RC once again, trying to make some room. Wild Assault is a little hasty. I feel like in a moment like that, especially as Nagoriyuki, if you've made your space, again, you can't throw fireballs, you can't commit to an overly aggressive jump. You need to chill a little bit in a moment like that.
Yeah, there's been no chill here from Akash. Just going all in. Once again, that snowball we have mentioned so many times, getting bigger and bigger as it rolls down this mountain straight onto Jin. Nice press out there with the 2S into the 5H.
Oh, double Fukyo. I thought for sure that was BSU, and so did Akash trying to jump out of that one.
Oh, and tried to go for the deep like shield. I mean, it was a nice idea. You wanted to send Akash full screen, but now your back's up against the wall.
Too far for that one. Okay. Wild Assault just barely doesn't connect, but that's okay. The execution on the 5H.
Just decapitated. And the DP there around starts. Akash says, I'll DP right back.
Uh-oh. Not the starter you want to see here. OTG still stuck in the corner, gets the throw. Situation from bad to worse. The BSU goes wide though.
Oh, and then immediate counter hit as well. You can tell the type of Nago that Jin likes to play. It is a very, how can I get to level 3 blood as humanly fast as possible?
This is TYL stuff. 2H though.
Make this one count. Yeah, this is going to be enough to kill the 1,000-year blood war.
I'm so glad you called it.
I've never even watched the anime.
Not a single episode.
Not a single episode.
I lied. I watched one episode with Kong while he was eating dinner recently, and it was okay.
Yeah, it just fits. It fits.
Good push out with the deflect shield there. Trying to get a little more aggressive afterwards. Still all right.
2S5H. Once again, the bread and butter here for Nago, just slowly but surely chipping away at Akash's health bar.
Power point stance a little too strong in the moment though. OTG, of course we do.
Oh, going for the reversal? Are we blocking? No, we were trying to throw.
Yeah, the 5P dash up. We're looking for the 6 throw here, unfortunately. Receiving end of the Blood War now. Dash forward but gets thrown for the trouble with no RC. That is a risky kill.
There's a wake-up burst, though, just trying to stay alive. Still, the pressure is on. Akash needs to figure out a way to move in through just these giant normals. Oh, just a dash of 5P will do it. It was really interesting the way that Jin was going for 5H and then 6K to try and catch Akash dashing forward, right?
Very true. That's up for the break though. Hard with the hard knockdown not available. Was gonna try and go for the jump in here as a 100 meter and a burst maximum everything for the next interaction.
They're just going to spend the BRC there immediately on Wake Up. Is able to secure the hit. And go straight to the super to lock out the burst. Genius play there from Akash, taking game number 3.
Absolutely. One of those things like we were talking about before, sometimes throw is the right answer to be able to lock out the burst. Sometimes it's straight into the OD. Every single time, though, just making sure you get the kill without any hits is the most important thing. We secure a whip punish straight away.
Oh, and this is the loser's quarters of Fools as well. So both these players fighting for their tournament life.
Connection with the age. Trying to get knee there, runs on pass. Overhead finds the mark. Leo Whitefang not looking to be slowed in the slightest.
Crazy whip punish there too with the back turn S.
So now, 5K. I mean, usually a safe way to be able to go with the bounce right there. Almost gets whip punish though. And a good evasion of the clone as well.
The equal sign, a pretty good poke button there, right?
That's not too bad.
Not too bad with that wall break either. A positive bonus. Going to be a lot of resources here for Akash, but how are you going to spend them? Whoa! Might end up being defensively here.
Yeah, unfortunately couldn't spend anything. Had to white wild assault there to close the distance because there was no blood.
Tried to go for the throw, was just trying to grab Ghost. And now goes Ghost because Akash takes it 3-1.
You hate to see it. That's one of the worst situations, the worst feelings to have is when you go for the throw. I'm not a believer in Zottom. I think this character is a little better than people think.
You know
I'm not saying
Bottom
this
One
character.
actually is.
I'm not saying this character isn't a low tier character. I'm saying that people do him a little too hard, in my opinion.
No, you know who bottom one is. It's Axel.
Shout out.
Axel low tier, exactly. But wow, look at this. Nano badthey coming out the gate swinging.
Never mind. This character sucks. So bad they doing a great job controlling space, controlling neutral, getting aggressive, and never let. Eddie hasn't seen the game yet.
No, hasn't been able to see the sun. There we go, the 5P, 2P. Those are the reversals for this character. Setting out the opposed, but it's not going to matter running into this Tommy.
Oh, and just bad timing in the YRC, or rather maybe good timing on the red RC from Nano there.
So blow up that YRC attempt. There's the dash of 2K2D. Finally, little Eddie is out. That was kind of nasty.
You can't watch that character do that and tell me this character doesn't have the stuff to play.
No, I mean, the real downside is just that Eddie's not out long enough, right?
Yeah.
If Eddie had more uptime, this character would be an absolute nightmare.
As he once was. But this is the cycle of guilty, right?
It is.
It always happens.
Zato starts off really strong, and then they chop off his legs. They kill him. He's already died once, and they keep killing him.
So has meter. Way to regain that Eddie quick. Smart tries to use the drunkard to reposition, but unfortunately there's a trade there. Normally under more normal circumstances, that's usually a good call.
Yeah, you could go for drunkard shade or go for something to swap sides with Eddie just to get out of that situation altogether. But wasn't quite able to get it. Now being a little bit more cautious there around start.
Oh, what an air throw, though. Unfortunately, during that air throw, Eddie expires, so now you gotta play neutral on the straight and narrow, which is the worst possible thing.
Eddie expired, bro. That is cold terminology. There we go. The Hydra from the opposed is gonna break the wall there. Cowhunter right now in a pretty healthy lead with a lot of tension to go around.
Absolutely, grabs the claws. Little man himself taps the dust twice in a row. If at first you don't succeed.
The double D's coming out from Cowhunter. Oh, wow, that was a really nice jump and able to throw the deflect shield as well. Your soul is mine. Go through this wall.
Unsummon to be able to get that little bit extra. Eddie gauge back as well. Very nice off of the Pierce. Everything's coming together, and it's going to be amorphous to break through. Not quite enough to kill, though.
Nearly a one-shot. But now, once again, yeah, just got to put you in a situation. Just shoots through Eddie, but Cowhunter was able to block it and still maintain the offense.
And what a dash back. The repositions have been beautiful here, and now amorphous one more time.
Oh! Got caught trying to go for the Kabari.
there was hardly any meter there, so maybe their intention was chipping it. Like,
yeah, I could
very
see
little.
that. Ended up just scoring the hit though. That's even better.
Invite hell, always a great stop sign. Good pressure tools as well. Drunkard not gonna have much of an effect while Eddie's not out. If we continue with this Escamari on.
I'd love to see more Tatami coming out from Nano, right? Because Tatami is just such a good tool to kill little Eddie if Cowhunter decides to summon Eddie in neutral.
That extra random hitbox sometimes will just pay off by 100%.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a missed input there. Had to utilize the PRC to course correct.
Oh my, amazing follow-up there. He's just bringing the law to get back onto the same side here.
Set out the sword to make sure we can fully recharge Eddie. Applause into the 5D. Double 5D is blocked this time. And the YRC, or the BRC I should say, was a very nice call out.
Well, the 6B dashed up, was looking for the throw, it felt like there, but a quick open up in response. I feel like a Zato in this matchup. You lose Eddie, I feel like you should just jump more. I feel like legitimately, like aimlessly jumping and flying actually might be the tech.
You're right, we were mentioning earlier, right, that especially when A.B.A was on the screen fighting the Mei, that when you are in the air, it's kind of hard for Baiken to contest you, right? Her best air normal is JS that goes at a downward angle, or just throwing out the Tatami match, which doesn't really matter if you're above her.
Yeah, and if you're above her, it's like Yozansen's the choice. It's like, I don't think we really care about that too much. I see there, he's just kind of jumping away, kind of using the float. He's able to get that Eddie back, and now has one more opportunity to fight, it seems.
Oh, but just needs a 6P. Cancel to the RC straight into the 6H. And Nano Badthey keeping it going forward. She's so cool. She gets her own narrator, bro. That's crazy.
Hard.
Her entrance in Exerd also goes crazy.
I actually don't think I remember it.
Yeah, she's got the longest entrance to that. I love Baiken versus Johnny when you just let both of their intros rock.
Just 2 minutes of 2 minutes of OBA
aura farming.
Oh, it looks like that seems to be the game plan here. He's going for the Tatami a little more often.
Oh, that did so much damage.
Kabari gets the connection here. Oh no! Baits the throw on the empty jump.
Wow, a little bit scrambling there, a little tricky, but Nano still able to make the connections where they count. Now sitting at set point.
Oh, that's up for the throw. Unfortunately, gets caught out straight away. The jump back is beautiful. US invite hell, definitely a classic situation to come up here. He's going to be able to break the wall with the frog. Goes the sword instead. There was no Eddie gauge.
Yeah, getting that Eddie gauge back. Gonna go for Pierce immediately. Of course, dash up 5D. No, dash up, block the YRC. Great call out there from Cowhunter.
Way to stay alive here around a piece. And again, loser side of fools here. Your tournament life on the line. The frog is a bit too far, but it doesn't matter here with the dash up 6 speed.
2S into the 5H, just goes for the wild assault for that tri-jump pressure. But that's something you mentioned earlier, right? That going for the Ozansen as that air-to-air ended up working out pretty nicely.
Really her best option, it feels like. First time we saw the commando there, actually ends up whipping. Ozansen finds the mark once again. It's the YRC, buys a bit of room. Too far. Drunkard actually runs it again into the Tatami. Great call.
And the anti-air Ozansen once again able to swap Cowhunter out of the skies. Nice punish there with the 2H, but didn't get the full pickup.
Kabari drops on in, pulls him into Tatami, continuing the pressure here. Wrist gauge is getting out of control.
Yeah, has to fight back somehow. Break the law, they get underneath, swap sides, and with the super, should be enough, and that's gonna secure another round, and we're going to game 5.
Straight into the impalement, the sword hits at the perfect angle, 2-2, a final situation with no hesitation from either player. We're straight back in for the rematch.
This is what we're talking about. When it comes to pools play, these players are playing at such a high level.
Again, Tatami stalling things out. in theory, I feel like at perfect level gameplay, this matchup is really non-interactive until Eddie's gone. Like, both players should probably just chill super hard. And it's like frustrating.
Well, Eddie is back. Cowhunter just needs to find the space to actually summon him. Oh, 6B behind the back!
I don't know if that's a Zato W or a Baiken L. Either way, that's rough.
I think it's both. And now huge confirmed there, and a huge call out. That is 2 times baiting out the YRC from the corner. Nano badthey just getting a little too predictable with it.
And as Zato, you have to be ready for YRC, because YRC is one of the best options against your character. It breaks little Eddie.
Oh, the guard crush right into the delayed close slash. Gave Nano just a false sense of security that they could press.
Oh, gets the BRC, gets the throw. Locked down with the frog.
Eddie's gone though, so now it is Eddie-less pressure here to try and maintain the corner.
Oh, trying to match the back dash, but unfortunately Escobari already applied. Meter available now.
Seeing a lot of red. There's the throw. You're stuck in here with me. Tethered up into the Ozons, and that's gonna, no! Oh my God.
Final game, final round. Full burst for both players.
All coming down to this. Cowhunter once again taking to the skies. It has been a pretty decent game plan so far. Oh, and Eddie is stuffed by the tatami.
That was a great pull on your part. Using that. Oh, dissuades so much of this Eddie play.
All right, yeah, invite hell. Just in the rising normals, gonna get the pickup and the wall break. No, doesn't go for the wall break because we didn't have the meter. I like that a lot. Just drop and go for another mix-up.
Not quite enough to kill, but still the situation here is dire. Little Eddie back just in time. That's what I'm talking about. The float is so good. Baiken has to watch you float up there.
Yeah, she doesn't have really good anti-air options. And the 5P, no burst to save you. Cowhunter staying alive here on the loser side of the bracket.
The triple 5P is good enough. As you said, it's the Lord's reversal in moments like that.
As we continue on with this weekend.
Exactly, man. We even hear people out there shouting right now. They're getting ready for it, and here we go. Looks like we got the Soul Badguy versus Anji Mito. 2 characters that are going to punch each other and look for those hard-hitting counters, but both looking to do it in a slightly different way, right? Soul Badguy classic with those frame traps and just hard-hitting, high damage all the way across the field. But Anji trying to get you to bot and get some parries off and kind of sneak things through you. I'm interested to see how they're going to play around this.
Yeah, let's get things kicked off here. The single step getting started with a Nagi hot coming out here from Anji.
Gets the close slash counter hit. I like how he's already representing throw, making Beeraj think a little bit. Good burst, going to go ahead and push it back off, but trying to both find that next hit and start getting their game running. Both bursts are off the table.
Uh-oh. 5H out here. And the counter hit as old as time, dealing so much damage. You're on that reset, bringing him through the wall with the Tyrant Ray.
Yeah, and he opted for the reset there. He didn't just cash out for damage. He opted for a little bit of a Gunflame reset. It worked out well. Nice reversal super, though. GrandpaShizzle going to go ahead and push him all the way full screen. Oh, 6H, you're getting owned from that.
Oh, my goodness.
Clean hit DP, man. We like it.
Very convenient counter hits coming out here so far for Beeraj. I mean, listen, if you're a Soul player, what counter hits can you ask for besides 5H and 6H, right?
Exactly, right? Nice counter hit going ahead. We're going to set up fans, and we're going to run our pressure here. Opts to be calm a little bit, expects Beeraj to mash, and he does, gets the counter hit.
Once again, GrandpaShizzle finds himself on offense. Keeps on getting DP'd on his own plus frames. Got to find a way to deal with that. Find the patience in order to deal with that interaction.
Yeah, dropped a bit of a wild throw combo off the red RC, but that's fine. He's still running his game. We got normal strike throw here. Backs off, opting for GrandpaShizzle, trying to bait him with a reversal. Finds him low. He's not going to work. GrandpaShizzle opting for a burst, and both of them are going in the air. Trading red RC to start his turn. Good jab out pressure.
Yep, I like that. Grandpa realizing that he has some of the best jabs in the game for that defense.
Oh, big whiff. Yeah, big whiff on the Ko. GrandpaShizzle, one thing I want to point out, man, he's been really good about trying to go for anti-airs this set, right? I mean, or his DPs have been really good. Whenever it's these fast break sort of mashy situations, Beeraj has been right on him, DPing that soft DP out to just force GrandpaShizzle to respect him a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. Gotta see what GrandpaShizzle's gonna do to get out of here, because it's looking right now like the Beeraj show.
Yeah.
Hasn't met much resistance in regards to his offense, and not gonna meet any there with that burst. Gets baited perfectly.
Yeah, a little bit too predictable there. Beeraj sniffed it out from a mile away, and round start 6H off the reset. Gonna go ahead and close it out. Beeraj looking really good here. Oh, back to it. Duel 2. We're going to go ahead and start it up. I like the spin, trying to catch Beeraj doing something. Found him 2S'ing, but not going to find a whole punish. But he does get his turn off of it.
Like that defense coming out here from Beeraj. Says, you know what, I'm not just an offensive liability. I can play some of that defense as well.
Exactly. Finds a counter hit. Going to go ahead and push into the corner. Wild throw. Off to the red RC. Let's see if he picks it up this time. Yeah, nice clean hit. Volcanic Viper. Not quite getting the full pickup, though.
Okay. Low slash out of pressure. Gives GrandpaShizzle a little bit of wiggle room there.
Ko opts for the jump in. Doesn't go for the throw this time. Trying to bait out a match. He went for throw last time in that situation, but Beeraj did not bite. Good 2Ps. Finds the far slash counter hit. Nice stuff.
Oh, the back dash right from Beeraj.
Ursi gets caught by the DP. We're back in the corner. I like that falling. And gets him hard.
Oh, no. This might not kill. And gets no, Beeraj. Very happy to take that to the bank and secure another game here. Now up 2-0.
Exactly. And, you know, GrandpaShizzle, you got to feel that. That's a tough one to lose. You're up ahead and you drop the combo. Tournament nerves, stream nerves, it all adds up. And Beeraj starting with a counter hit, forcing the burst off the table immediately, finding another huge one. Toss him in the corner. Let him cook, man. He gets the,
oh my God,
the bandit. Knocking him through the wall, already looking really desperate for Shizzle on this one. Positive bonus, so much meter being built up, sets it up for the red RC, and now we're pressuring. Close slash, far slash, gets him. This is going to be it.
As we said, just these counter hits are coming out in full force, right? It's like, and right where they need them too. Usually, you know, you're used to getting those speedy counter hits, maybe like the 2K, maybe the 2P, but this has been 5H. It's been far slash, it's been close slash. It's like everything you could possibly want as a Soul player.
Exactly. He's not getting like soft hits. Every time he's finding a meaningful hit, it is hard and it is with his best buttons like there. Bandit Bringer counter hit. This is a ton of damage and it's not looking good for Shizzle. He has to find a way to stuff out Beeraj before he gets in on him. Nice jab, good check.
Something about he will with that. Oh, I was going to say with that 2P, had a chance to get baited there. Not going to find anything from Beeraj though. Tries to go for HMC. Will this connect? It sure will. And what a way to finish the first set of the day. Beeraj takes it 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely. How well Strive has still been staying around and playing. It's been out for, what, 4 years now, and people are still loving it. They're still showing out for it, and there's still a lot of hope to go on. We still got to, you know, the rest of the season pass, we've got to finish out, and I'm looking forward to it. But right now, I'm really looking forward to this set. Zool Anji versus Jack Happy Chaos, and Jack starting it off well already. Getting pressure set up, and you're going to be in a bad position if you're Zool.
Yeah, this is definitely just another day in the office for Jack. Gets a hit, let's convert it into a wall break, get some positive bonus on the board as well. That's the same as me going and getting coffee at the coffee machine on Wednesday morning, I'm telling you.
Exactly. This is just a water break for my boy right here. Go ahead, good pressure, going to go ahead and pop the super. We're going to get a wall break and another bit of positive bonus, and he is just in full control of this situation here. Starts off running pressure. We got the state on. Oh, yeah, backdash to the throw. Zool won it, sniffed it out immediately. You got to RPS Anji's options, and Jack is immediately, first RPS situation, guesses correctly. And that's got to hurt if you're Zool a little bit, man. That's scary.
It always is tough because, you know, the thing is, against even the strongest players, whether you're playing like a floor 7 guy or you're playing an Evo champion, the moment you put someone in a 50-50, it's all the same player,
exactly.
Right? So if they're guessing right, it's like, all right, the one thing that can actually put me on an even playing field is now taken away from me. What am I going to do?
It's tough, and Jack already running great offense. He's got his pressure setting up, BRC to continue it. Goes for the double overhead there. You're going to have to pop the burst for Zool, and now Zool's in a really rough situation to make a comeback from. Trading blows, finds the low, and shoots him out. That's going to close it out. Jack 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, you have to realize that Jack has been on a mission in regards to the Anji matchup. Had an unfortunate loss to Toxanz at the LCQ, something that I don't think very many people expected. And you could tell after that, he has cranked up the intensity, especially against his character.
Exactly, man. When you lose to that character that's frustrating you, you got to figure something out. And Jack went to the lab. He's been practicing, and he's been finding those matchups. He's been doing good. Now you've got Curse set up. You're just in such a good situation. Double overhead there. You got to pop the burst again for Zool. Zool going to have to find a comeback. Gets a JK. Getting something started here, but not finding enough pressure, and it's just going to get closed out by Jack yet again.
Yeah, I don't know. These guts may come in handy, but that's the beauty of that super. You know, able to crush the guts. Even if it's doing one hit, if a super does 30 hits, that's a lot of damage, and we're not even talking about the wall health yet.
Exactly. Zool getting his turn started a little bit, but unable to keep pressure going. Great challenge by Jack, and Jack starting it up. Roll behind. We're going to go ahead again. More gun pressure. pops the super. It's so quick and effective. He builds that meter up so well, and getting that positive bonus this quickly, it's hard to deal with A.B.A Chaos. You need to win that first interaction.
I mean, that Deus Ex Machina reminds me of traces of old, you know, when you would have Bardock level 3. You're always always ending off every freaking Bardock level 3. Gives you mix, gives you incredible position, and Jack utilizing it just in that same way, picking up yet another game.
Exactly. Good stuff already to start off. Jack, again, looking great. I mean, he's been on a mission. He's been making top 8s at everything he shows up to, and he wants to continue that streak here today. Anybody in this pool is going to have some trouble dealing with him. Good start for Zool, though, forcing Jack to burst.
Okay.
I like that. Finds a way in. Takes the 5K, though.
Zool just ever so slightly hesitant. And Jack once again able to take it all the way to the bank. So far converting off of the reset.
Really tough burst. That is a Canadian burst. That's an Antarctic burst all the way up north. Tough one to lose, and Zool, you know, getting this pressure ran on him. We got the Deus Ex Machina popping it again and throwing him through the wall. Jack on set point right now in this winter side pools of round 1. Good pressure starting off, and Zool finding a hit here. I like the start off for him. Unfortunately, just couldn't confirm it out. Goes for too close, and Jack gets the throw off. And now Jack's going to run pressure, has to refill concentration. And here we've got the mix. You take the dust, and you're going to get blown through the wall.
Oh, yeah. Once again, the mix-ups that put everyone in the same exact situation this time could be working in the favor of Jack, who's been playing every part of this game just so well. As you said, it has been absolutely suffocating for Zool so far.
Good pressure, and there we go. Close it out. Jack with a...
Have a look and see what these interactions are going to play out as. I mean, as you already know, both these characters kind of like to get in your face, but for completely different reasons. Elfelt with very powerful Rekkas, especially when you put some meter behind them.
Yeah.
And Soul, we ain't even got to talk about Soul, bro. There's a reason why he wants to be in your face, and we all know it, and we may not love it, though.
Absolutely. LinkLogic, she's running good pressure, standing up that Wild Assault, just going to keep her offense going here. And Nikolai not even flinching, just going to go ahead and FD, push back, looking for a way out, and finally finds one with DP by LinkLogic, and Nikolai now gets a chance to go pushing back into the corner. Good mix, goes opposite side and hits with the bridle. 6H, bomb, we're resetting, and nice combos here.
Yeah, LinkLogic has 200 meter to her name. A spot that you do not want to be in against Soul Badguy. Going for the throw pressure.
I like that safe jump there and make, you know, Nikolai maybe get a little antsy, and finds finally with a close slash blocks the burst, and we're going to go ahead and take that first round. LinkLogic, she had a nice little comeback there. I like that.
All right, then, as we said, LinkLogic kind of the underdog to a lot of people, especially in this venue, showing off, taking the first blood of the entire set.
Yeah, Run Flame there, going to go ahead and get a little bit of a delayed pressure, getting the start up. Nice challenge by Nikolai, getting out of the corner, finding a low here. PRC, we're going to continue the combo, and we're going corner to corner right now. Overhead, finds it. Back in the neutral, 6H annihilates her. Oh, big whiff on the close slash and the throw.
There's no real threat there from Elfelt on defense, especially with no reversal super to her name right now, as Nikolai spends the meter on the red RC, going to be able to close that one out.
Absolutely. Close round, and I like this. This is a competitive set already. Finds the opening, that far slash, going ahead, picking up, pushing to the corner. Not going to get a wall break, but you are going to have to hold this Rekka. Goes overhead, sets up the bomb. This is going to break, and this is a really annoying situation to hold on Wake Up.
We have now migrated out of the winners round 1 sets. We are in winners round 2, meaning that all these players had to have either had the team's respect enough to get seeded here, or they had to clog through their first set, and that's why we are getting the games that we are. Both players putting on the show, but Nikolai going to be the one to close it out.
Yeah, nice little pressure. I mean, just legitimately doing very solid Elfelt stuff, right? Running those Rekkas and making these sort of ambiguous situations on knockdowns that are getting the advantage. LinkLogic, she's showing that she has what it takes, but she needs to find a little bit more damage and keep her offense running a little bit better. So far, Nikolai really hasn't fallen for anything so far. Nice close slash. We got Wild Assault. We're going to keep the pressure up, and this good 2-jab by Nikolai to get out. And once again, mixing up, going low. It's just hard to guess it correctly against Elfelt. Oh, speaking of which, guess wrong, and you're getting put through the wall.
Oh yeah, and with the bomb super too. Was an absolute menace earlier on. Now it's been toned down quite a bit, but Nikolai said, nerfs, absolutely no problem for me. Still going to be able to use it to close out the round.
Exactly. I mean, strong options stay pretty strong. You have to really cut them down. And this one, you know, it's been tuned down a little bit more, brought in line, but it's still very strong. Nikolai getting a good setup already. LinkLogic falling back, a little bit more patient, trying to go for more far-range gun flames. Picks up instead. Oh, whips the close slash, but finds another one. Thank goodness.
I saw the vision there. Might have tried to go for the side switch. But at this point, it's like, you know what? I'll take 40% and getting Nikolai to the other corner instead.
Good pressure. We're setting up offense sequences. Goes high again. Goes low and not going to fall for LinkLogic. Just holding carefully. Finds DP, but the bomb keeps it safe. Good cross up, and this is going to send you through the wall. This should be dead.
Oh my gosh. I was going to say the defensive efforts very barely rewarded there for LinkLogic. Nikolai able to take advantage of the fact that there was still plenty of offense left in the tank for Elfeld.
Yeah.
Able to close out that game as well. But I will say the strokes of genius coming out here for LinkLogic means that this set isn't quite out of the woods yet for Nikolai.
Yeah, good DP by LinkLogic. She's making the correct decisions. She's just struggling to get her offense to keep going because Nikolai is being so patient. Wow, run up DP, we gambling now. Get the back throw. Set up, go ahead and apply pressure. Wild Assault going to keep going forward, but YRC forces you off. Oh, big hit there. Oh, bomb. We got the corner to corner. We practice those. You know how it is.
Got to block this. Blocks the high. Isn't blocking the second one, though.
Yeah.
We're going through the wall.
Double.
Hey, what's that on your chest, buddy? What's going on?
That's a vest right there. You're getting in pressure. Run it, and you have to keep holding this. Finally gets this wrong, gets low, and you immediately have to burst. Opting for a BR. Gets the throw. Back her up. Empty jump throw. Empty jump, no, goes opposite side high. Great block by Nikolai, but gets clipped anyways, and this should be the round for LinkLogic.
Oh no, wasn't able to get quite there.
Oh,
Side
no.
switch! Oh no!
Hit it. LinkLogic, what a tough loss there. One fraction away, and Nikolai showing off the reversal super, getting the close out there with that fappening on the way. You know you're safe to do it, and a really tough break for LinkLogic. Nikolai getting the round start here. Already broken the wall, no positive bonus, positive bonus, but no hard Oki, so you're gonna have to play neutral again. 6H.
Yes.
Oh, JD.
Two wonderful counter hits in a row. Has these conversions on lock too. Oh no! As I say that, ends up dropping the combo right at the most crucial part. Gives Nikolai another out to try to secure this set.
Yeah, thankfully she did have PRC and was able to keep herself safe. She hasn't lost yet, finds a counter hit DP there, goes for 2P, opts to push back into the corner, challenged by Nikolai, gets clipped from far away. We got the bridle and we got the pickups, and this will seal it out. Nikolai, another 3-0.
Man, 3-0s back to back to back, despite how competitive that set looked.
Absolutely.
Get the classic 3-0, it was close though, coming out here from these two. I mean, I don't know, LinkLogic, I truly hope that she keeps going because you could see the sparks. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Like there.
Shink.
I love like the Shinx Luxio Lux Ray
yeah.
tree. That's like some of my favorite design in the world. Bro.
They're awesome, man. I like that. Look at Cheerio, got the Naruto colors on. We're looking nice. And Beeraj going ahead.
Starting, though.
Yeah, he's setting this up heavy, going hard. Nice CP. Whiffs the throw. This is going to be tough. But I like what you said about Cheerio. This might be a D-Rush game. Beeraj is going to have to come hard and fast if he wants a chance to try and get on top of Cheerio here.
Oh, I mean, that's what we're seeing so far here. Beeraj has already been checking all of the reactions, checking all of the pressure, saying, you know what, you're going to get DP'd.
Yeah, double empty jump throws him, and now we're resetting back into the corner. Backs off, expecting Cheerio to match something. Cheerio doesn't. In the air, that YRC isn't going to get much of an advantage, and Beeraj finds it anyways, though. That air touch gets the coffin swings. We're pushing back up in the corner. All it needs is one touch for each of them. 6H, Red RC. Checks the throw. Finds JD.
One touch for both, and the jab is going to take it in the air. First
JP.
round going to Beeraj.
That's like some Exert Soul stuff. Just jump up, mash JP. Such a good button, and it controls a lot of screen space. Both of them playing around each other and running a lot. Guard crush, get caught backdash, and Cheerio looking good here. Huge damage on that 3-touch. Little bit of a 3-piece here. Throw the bomb in his face, and you're going to keep guard crushing him. Get caught up again.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Cheerio striking right back. I mean, as you said, first round is just data. First round to get the hands nice and warm. And now Cheerio seems to be right back in his former glory, coming out there with the perfect.
Finds the JD back, FDs him off the close slash, but goes in the air. Beeraj running pretty good pressure here. Gets the clip so that he doesn't have to hold the drone. And this is going to be a pretty good conversion. Opts for a reset. Going low. Reset back up. Red RC finds the low. Gets the wild throw.
Goodness. Okay.
Close
Oh, no! He had the right answer, got the throw out of Cheerio, but is going to get punished for it as he didn't choose the right option on the way down.
Dude, that 5-finger slap took a lot of his life away, and now we are in a one-touch situation effectively for both characters again. So much meter for Cheerio, and he finds the touch that JD converts immediately. Double Red RC, we're closing it out. We are swinging that thing.
You see the smirk on Cheerio's face? He is like, what do they have me in here playing, bro?
He's like, I still got it, bro. I mean, this ain't nothing. Starting back up. Far slash early option. Gets clipped by Coffin. Big swings, bro. Hit him in the head. Nice DP for Beeraj. Going to go ahead and try and take his turn back, and we're getting it back again. Throws on each other. Goes other side throw. Didn't see that coming. Running pressure, close slash, far slash is getting checked.
Punish out there with the 5H. Good awareness by Beeraj. Even better awareness to pick this up, but misses the conversion. Gonna get back thrown, and now in an incredibly scary spot against Gold Lewis.
Ooh. Oh, and he drops a combo there. Wake up super. Spun that thing.
My
Bam.
goodness.
Not going to kill, but again, one touch for both these characters, knowing how much damage they do. 5P, 6H, not going to kill. So close.
He jabs out. No meter behind it, but we got enough security to go ahead and secure that kill.
Dude, this is what I'm talking about. This is a street fight. Both these characters are hitting each other as hard as they can. Backhands him, knocks him down. And now we got Goldless pressure. Guard crush. What's it going to be? Tries to backdash, gets caught by JD, and you are still in the corner. You've got to hold this. Wow, whiffs the 5H and gets whiff punished. Oh, finds him, eats him up, and blocks the burst. Cheerio.
Oh my goodness.
This man.
Getting a little bit fancier. I mean, when you bait a burst on Gold Lewis, you have a billion different options to kill at 50% health.
Yeah.
When you get to 20% health, you can do whatever you want. And sure, you're taking a little bit of creative liberty there to close out the second game.
A little bit of that mental damage, man. Opts to flex a little bit, make them feel a little foolish for that one. Pushes him in the corner. Look at this damage, man. 9 hits, so much life lost. Cheerio wakes up at that 5P, gets that 2D. Going ahead, connecting, trying to run his game plan. Nice backdash, but not going to be able to find a punish off of it.
Oh my goodness. Gets the burst out. Oh no. Wild Salt getting stuck. This should be blocked.
Yeah, good FD. Got to go ahead and take it.
Oh,
you're getting
my gosh! And goes for the security cancel. Hitting him with the sneaky low. Converts it into set point.
Dude, just ripping him apart. He's swinging that Cadillac around the block on him, man.
Oh my goodness.
JD finds a huge hit pickup. Going ahead back to neutral, though. Couldn't get a full knockdown off that. Great challenge by Cheerio. Gets the knockdown. Now he's going to start his turn up. Catches the backdash there. But both of them back in neutral. Oh, good anti-air. Hits him hard. We're back in neutral. BRC forces him blocking.
This is over. Oh my goodness, just carnage in the last 2 rounds there. Cheerio takes it with a smile.
Dude, that is dirty. I think we got that's a rough matchup to watch,
Yeah.
bro. Can somebody get a janitor, man? Clean up my poor soul out there, dog. He clearly has what it takes, and let's see if he can take this and push it to the next level. I'm really looking forward to it. Again, happy to be here at CEO, and we're glad to keep bringing you this awesome action. Let's get right into it.
Yes, sir. I believe we're looking for our first non-3-0. I think that it has been a 3-0 literally every single set. Swears has to try to break this curse. Jack has to try to break this curse. Give us something competitive.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, Swears starting off a little bit strong already. Both of them have blown burst early, trying to keep their pressure going, not trying to eat in disadvantageous situation. And Swears just finding so much more hits already, being aggressive. But hey, this first round is gathering intelligence. It's learning. It's feeling out your opponent. So we'll see how they both adjust. And Jack already picked up a good hit. Could he send him through the screen with that Deus Ex Machina? Get the positive bonus, get the knockdown. Let's see what happens. Overheads, does find a clip, but not able to confirm it. 2P challenge, no confirmation.
Oh, gets thrown on the way out.
No RC.
No RC, no OTG, had plenty of resources, but says, you know what? I don't even need it. I'm going to take this first round regardless.
Hey, good stuff. Swears already starting off. This time Jack backdashes, throws the curse, trying out a different option, finds a hit there. Swears was not able to punish that backdash, and now you've got set up with the curse, sent through the screen, positive bonus. Jack in a pretty comfortable situation here, and you just get shot up, anti-air, rifle, put him down.
Gonna be putting him down with a whole lot of bullets in her system as well. Swears on the back foot, something that we tend to expect off the Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, and you're in this curse state. I mean, you're in such a tough situation. That's exactly what you see here. You get clipped by one bullet, you're just going to get gunned down, and that's the end of your run on that one. Swears starts out with the round, though, adjusting a little bit more. Goes for that far slash, gets that first hit. Fortunately, gets clipped in the air, and Jack has these conversions on lock. Will not let anything drop without reason.
50% so far, or 40% more life, but still so much damage considering the starter that's off of. And we're going to be restarting the offense once again, back in positive bonus like we never left.
It's tough, man. Anytime Swears is getting in the air when he has that curse state on him, it's basically like going skeet shooting. Jack immediately takes him down out of it, not going to hesitate, not let anything go. Good pressure here, finds a low PRC, and we're just close slashing to end it up. Jack, pretty solid 1-0 there.
Yeah,
so
no,
far.
that was definitely a solid first game. We're kind of seeing this trend where a lot of players that we expect, you know, kind of win these things are losing the first round.
Yep.
And then they're immediately coming back, running back. Have to see if the buttons are right.
Yeah.
Oh, no RC button.
That would explain.
Oh my goodness, that's why we didn't
Yeah.
see the RC in that first round.
I was gonna say, I was like, dude, because he had that back throw, you know, at the end of round 1, and he easily 100-meter RC it just closed it out, and had to opt for another reset. Hasn't really been utilizing it, and that's frustrating. That's tough to see, but I'm hoping to see kind of some adjustments now that you have the ability to use meter.
Yes.
You might be able to make something work a little bit better
That's
for you.
crazy. Wait, now come to think about it, he basically didn't use RC at all during that last game.
Yeah.
It was still able to keep it that competitive. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what we are going to get the moment that these buttons are right.
Yeah, oh yeah. Should be exciting, and I'm looking back forward to it. But again, you're already down slightly disadvantaged. Just take the 1-0. It's tough, though, because if you want to, like, pause to check your buttons, you're in the set at that point. You either take the 1-0, and I actually appreciate Swears. He played it out, got it competitive, you know, had his moments, and then went, okay, now let me go back to the screen. Let me make sure. Let me get this set up right. But I'm not going to give you a round for free. I'm going to make you work for it. And we're back at it. Wow, nice 5P to anti-air immediately. Catches the cross-up attempt.
Once again, Jack continuing to keep that momentum despite the switch back to character select.
Yeah. Good guns, curse state, nice, get the throw, red RC, and we're just gonna get the pop up here. Send back through the wall, Deus Ex Machina. It's not gonna be enough to kill, but you have such an advantage situation for Jack. Swears has to find something here, almost has enough meter YRC, could burst, could defensive option, goes ahead for burst. Oh,
RNG shot coming in.
backing off of each other, playing very, very cautious here. Goes for the rifle shot, Bridal coming in, will actually find it, and now has a chance to challenge.
Goodness. As you said, they're able to challenge and challenges incredibly well there, on that Rekka.
Yeah, really smart. It's a scary time. Oh, wow, good counter. A really scary time to challenge 5P there, because if you're wrong, you get smoked by Elfo, and you're starting to look at a much more negative situation. Jack, with full confidence, pressed the button, worked out.
There we go again, gets the 6P out. Says, you know what, I'm so okay with any of these offensive options. I play more than enough against this character, and all of that hard work and practice is showing out in the gameplay so far.
Absolutely. Good pressure from both of them. Nice pickup by Jack. Sitting back into the corner. Deus Ex Machina, tough situation.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, these anti-airs by Jack are just ridiculous. He has been so good at them. Jumps in, opts to just keep it neutral.
Oh, my goodness. 2-0 for Jack. Once again, coming out with absolute dominance. Says, listen, I don't care if your buttons are right, wrong, whatever, you go hold this mix-up.
Exactly, and I like Swear. You know, Swears was really gambling on the burst there, hoping to force a good situation. Fortunately, just didn't quite work out. Jack was just ready for it, immediately blocks it, and just goes ahead and finishes it off. But Swears had to do something. I don't necessarily hate that option. It is very risky, though. Swears now trying to find something. Wow, nice. Gets an air-to-air, gets a pickup. Jack forced the burst. Bridal's in, being aggressive, and I kind of like this. Be aggressive, force Jack to make a mistake.
This starter is huge.
Yeah, 6H, such a high damage starter. You're seeing it right there. Swears has a chance to take this round out. BRC forward, though. Good option by Jack, taking his turn right back. Shoots it, uses so much ammo. Pops the concentration super. Doesn't want to give up his turn, and Jack's going to just try to be relentless. YRC, that air throw was nice!
Oh, my gosh! And
Bro.
Jack goes ahead, says, listen, I am not worried about anything you can throw at me. I've always got an answer.
Really good stuff, and I love how Jack popped that concentration super, right? Just said, you know what, fine, but I want to keep my turn running. I'm not going to give you an inch. You have to earn your way out. And Swerve tried some stuff, but it's not going to work. Jack's so competitive, finds the low there, and we're already picking up with good damage. Catches the bullet shot. That pop-up was so high. And Jack sending Swerve through the corner, Deus Ex Machina, and it is looking tough. Swerve has the meter and the resources to make a comeback here, but have to commit to something.
Yeah, we got Burst, we got Gold Burst apparently, says, you know what, you're not going to be the only one in positive bonus. I need to get some of that for myself. Elfo with meter is just so scary.
Oh, but gets hit from far away. Those gunshots that carry to the corner. Deus Ex Machina, that's going to pop it and close it out. And I appreciate that. Hey, both of them, they dabbed each other up.
Yeah.
A good game. Appreciate that one, fellas. And
World
I
Series.
blocked that out of my memory. I'm a Rangers fan. We won the year before that. I just pretend nothing else mattered afterwards, you know?
Nothing after 2023 has ever happened. It's never happened.
We had a beautiful moment. I don't need to think too much about it. Looks like we've got Leo for Skello. This is going to be fun. We got Rushdown versus kind of Zone. Simplifying it a lot, we got Rushdown versus Zoner here.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I mean, I feel like you kind of said it perfectly there in regards to these characters at their core are kind of supposed to funnel into these archetypes, but they have so many more tools to their name that allows them to have such a well-rounded playstyle.
Exactly. Skello immediately just walking up, throwing, setting the business ahead of time that, hey, I'm going to be aggressive and you're going to have to deal with this. Good pressure. Wow, misses that. Does not get anything out of it. Devno, great pickup here.
Oh my goodness, the side swap too.
Yeah, that was
a little
nice.
bit cheeky with the routing.
Gets a Stain State already, immediately pops it. Stain State goes for the overhead, not going to connect, but finds the low. We're trading out. Skello back in. Good pressure. Tries to catch Devnu mashing and not going to do it. Instead, opts for the whip punish with a 2K side switch combo, like you said before. Looking nice. Oh, but the bird went the wrong direction.
No, did not have his Succubot lined up exactly where he wanted, and now was going to pay for it. The lead for Skello just increasing off of that error. Not going to quite be able to kill, but going to get darn close.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, you have a lot of options. I love that option, Devnu. BRC forward, dash back to catch Skello, trying to throw. Picks up with a 2K, but not going to be enough. Wild Assault will close it out with that chip. That was a great option to get started, but Devnu just couldn't convert enough, and Skello going to take that first round. This might be what we were waiting for the whole time.
Yeah. Finally, will there be a non-3-0? We will have to see today. Skello trying to make it as tough as possible. Also wants to go home, wants to watch more Uni videos on Twitter.
Oh, good DB. The flash kick. Cross up, still getting the big damage combo, and we got the mix. Great blocks by Devnu, though. Not falling for it. Finally gets opened up. Can't open it, baby. Oh, YRC. Take the turn back.
Oh, he's up on the close slash. It's going to be big damage. If the loops don't drop as they do.
Yeah, at least finds the pickup again and gets the wall break, has some positive bonus. So now he has some room to work with this Testament. Wild Assault forward, tries to walk away, but gets thrown out by Skello instead. YRC, you have the meter to try and take your turn back. Oh, big swing at the sight. Clips him.
All right, got to see. Now, as we can see, one round apiece for each of our competitors, and dominant rounds at that. This is not quite looking like the last few sets in regards to the domination that we have seen from one side of the field.
Oh, that Stain State rocking off the dust. Had a chance to pick up Skello, had to burst that. But we get the teleport. Again, nice side switch. Devnu just keeping a very comfortable presence here. And you have to commit, but with so little life, you finally get touched. And Devnu just going to close it up. What a strong final round there with how competitive the last two were.
Yeah, there we go. Killing it right there for Devnu. I mean, as you said, kind of came to expect it. Has come down here to a few of these Florida majors and has already put in their fair share of work.
Yeah, absolutely. But Skello ain't no slouch either. Has had good runs before at previous events, and I'm kind of looking to see if he can, you know, keep this sort of pressure up, and is finding it when he can get in. Gets clipped by the site there. Big throws of the Devils. And we're just going to keep it going, right? Good pressure, runs it, gets clipped with a counter hit. That is a frame check. You can't be mashing reckless on it. At least mash with a faster button. Opts to super, immediately RCs to take the turn back, and Skello now has pressure in the corner. YRC by Dev.
First out, Skello wants to get this round and wants to get it immediately.
Back off, gets clipped 2S,
Oh, no.
Fireball. Set up the Succubus and gets clipped by Stain State with the low from full screen. Blocks the overhead, but you're going to get chipped out, tries to jump. Jesus is looking tough. When Devnu gets full screen, Skello is looking really rough. Oh, the tick throw missed.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, ended up not converting there for the tick throw. Gives Dead no other chance, but is able to throw that teleport immediately. Now trying to gain some momentum of his own.
Skello sniffing out the Devnu wanted the cross-up teleport there, been doing it a couple of times. I love the BRC forward with that 5P, going ahead, getting the pickup, super, breaking the wall once again, not going to kill, but you have positive bonus, you have a knockdown, you're in a good position here and running Oki. Fireball, Succubus, goes low with the Sensei, not going to connect. Teleport with the Succubus that time, Devnu smooth. Oh, gets the high, has to burst. You do not want to lose this round and go down 2-0.
I mean, you don't have really much room to work with either. One stained Arbiter sign is going to do it. Tries to go for it there, doesn't find it. Ooh, oh my goodness! Good use of the RC to take that throw and finally close out a round of his own here. Skello trying to show some signs of life here in the second game.
I like that. I think that was IAD JH immediately PRCs it to get the momentum to go forward and get the close out there. Great option by Skello to find a way out and great defensive and patience to actually make it happen. But now you've still got to win this round and Devnu is in full control. You're struggling to get in. Let's see what can happen here. Gets across it, finally going to get his turn, but nice 2P mash out.
Okay, Devnu showing some awareness there. So you know what? I already know how to mash on some of these strings, but Devnu not even going to be faltered. Singing something, having a grand old time, and is now up 2-0, trying to secure yet another 3-0 here on this stream. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, really confident stuff. Already gets the first hit of the round, but Skello pressing in, double throw. I like that. Nice, goes overhead. Devnu hasn't been mashing much, so Skello now going to just keep throwing and say, hey, you got to press something or I'm just going to kill you off these, right? Devnu starting off. This is one of the advantages in the matchup. Testament's range with the far slash, the heavy slash. You can bully Leo out of a lot and force him to make much more committal and obvious air dash angles, right? But so far, Skello starting out this round really well. Good pick up here, just needs one more touch. Uh-oh. This is not the way to start it. Fireballs, Stain State, gets the teleport behind again. Devnu is so good with those.
Real hard to get one more touch. I was going to say when Testament's all the way over there, but we already know it. We love it. The premier gap closer in Guilty Gear Strive. That's why.
And what's interesting there, too, is Devnu committed to a high fireball, expecting Skello to jump, but Skello just pulled the trigger, went straight round as fast as possible, and caught up. That's the sort of like mix up the 50-50. Skello's been representing jump, finally didn't use it, and had a chance to win off of it. Right now, not looking great this round, but finally finds a big touch from the corner. Gets the throw. You got to press something if you're Devnu. Goes overhead. Not going to pick it up, though.
No. We get the side switch routing once again. Like I said, I've never seen that routing from Testament before. Kind of showing off some new tricks.
Double cross up, get YRC, force him out of that back turn stance. Going ahead and setting up the fireballs, but nothing going to happen. Nice jump out by Skello. YRC backdashes the throw. Skello, it finally happened.
Oh my goodness.
We got a set.
Both players have a game on the board of minimum. Skello trying to go ahead and convert that reverse sweep though. Has to get one game at a time. See the deep breaths going in and out. Gotta see if he has the fortitude mentally to close out these next two games and try to close out the reverse sweep.
Yeah, it took a close slash there, went down low, but mashed on the frame trap while that fireball was coming out, so got blown up for it. And now Skello in a bad situation, but no stranger to these, is so good at making them come out with something. Backdash got chased by the Arbiter sign, not a comfortable place to be. You have to just keep holding this pressure. The Succubus, the Crow, setting up the Stain State, finally finds a way in, whiffs the throw, has to PRC to keep himself safe. Nice pick up. Overhead again.
So much damage there on the reset. Gets a positive bonus. Testament doesn't have very many tools to their name in regards to the defense. So it's going to be the game of can you keep Skello out? And the 2D answers for him saying absolutely not.
One thing I've liked a lot, and one of Skello's big adaptations here, is being a lot more careful. Backdashes and then we'll dash forward and immediately backdash, right? Making much less committal movements to force Devnu to commit harder on what he's trying to chase. And it's been working out well. Skello finding a huge counter hit there. This super, if it breaks the wall, it might just kill. Barely not.
Barely not, as you mentioned. Now we got to see if Devnu can just attempt to get this out of here. All right, but Skello goes ahead and closes it out for the second game. Saw two very close games that ended up going to the side of Devnu. Then we see two very close games going to the side of Skello. This is literally looking like it could be anybody's game, or anybody's set, excuse me.
So close, 2-2, going to game 5, exactly what we were hoping and waiting for. And this is the beauty of these winners' quarters. Nice jumping by Skello. Huge adjustment so far. Finds him pressing. Devnu a little bit nervous finally. Catches the Arbiter sign, luckily though. Stain State setup, gets the clip, but just a trade, no capitalization. Finds the cross up. Skello, nice pick up there.
That's what you need. One more mix-up should do it. Gets the YRC out in time, and now Devnu's going to get another chance at life in this round.
Yeah, throwing the birds. I like the Leo projectile, finally trying to fight back on that fireball game, and the pressure going to make it happen. Good stuff. And Skello on the verge of a reverse 3-0, a reverse sweep here against Devnu. Devnu needs to find something happen in this round.
It's like, I mean, had the answers before, but it feels like the adaptation from Skello has just been way too much.
Oh, wow. Barge slash, counter hit, gets the chance and backs up a little, goes right back in for the throw.
Oh,
My God.
not the command grab. It's
That-
far too early for this.
Good pressure. Devnu YRC's trying to find a way out, gets the connection, and a huge counter hit there on the mash. Devnu needed that. Can set up Sensei, finds another counter hit off the teleport. Missed time to throw. Good stuff, Sensei. Oh, tries for the same trick, that immediate It's-Air dash, YRC, or sorry, PRC trying to find some pressure, but not quite far enough. 2K is going to close it out, and we got a final round.
I was going to say, Cicada, we see one set that's not a complete domination, and it goes all the way to the wire. Skello trying to close it out. Devnu trying to keep Skello out, but so far seems extremely unsuccessful. Has the burst gauge on the counter, though, for one final stand, one final zoning attempt, but Skello isn't even going to let that happen here. Double IB comes out on the H Fireball, and now has to try to close this out against a very patient, a very locked-in Devnu.
Very close set so far, goes high, tries to get the clip. Both of them have so much meter. YRC back.
Oh my
Pressure.
God, I pressed.
Gets clipped right, RC. This is going to close it out, and Skello with the reverse 3-0 on Devnu. Great set, man.
Oh my gosh, we thought that it was over from the beginning, but there's a reason they got the top 48.
Comforting, man. But speaking of which, man, we got more awesome things to share with you right now. A great set. Jack versus Love, Chaos versus Baiken. This will be a hot one.
Yep, they already got the bun checks out of the way during the ad break while y'all were getting your snacks and popcorn. So now you're going to enjoy them as we get right to the action here.
Exactly. We made it quick for you. And Jack starting off with a pretty, strong showing. Love already forced the burst, does not want to hold this, and instead Jack going right for the jugular. Gets the wall break. Going ahead, we got positive bonus, we got the hard knockdown, and we got the curse. What better place for Happy Chaos? Wow, what a parry.
There we go. Parry getting out gives Love a chance to work.
Backing off, playing a bit more neutral, finds it with the 2S. Very nice stuff. Once again, just rips right out for the super. If this wall breaks, this should kill. Not quite, barely.
No, those Japanese guts are going crazy.
Really good stuff. Goes ahead, takes out the Japanese Blicky, the fireworks. She's got one of her own and tries to get the guard break move, tries to run some pressure, but Jack just jumps right out of it, goes ahead, shoots her down. Not going to have anything. Taking that first round.
Once again, off to a hot start. Forces yet another burst out of Love. Forces isn't the right word, but Love electing to try to play some offense there. Not going to be able to find it, though, as Jack takes him all the way to the wall once again, gets out the focus super, and tries to find the hit that's necessary to take Love through this wall.
Exactly. Goes ahead, gets the pop, going to go break all the way through. You get positive bonus. You got that focus super working on, and gets the touch right into Deus Ex Machina, and the God is in the machine, taking it 1-0. Jack up. Nice first game for him.
Yeah, it's like that was about what you expect, when you go into your first game versus Jack.
Yeah.
Offense was crispy. It's like the offense was crispy, the defense was on point, had the right guesses, knew how to structure around your pressure. It's like, wow. All right. Oh my goodness. All right.
What a parry. 4 bullets left in the chamber for Jack. Love trying to get some pressure set up. Tries to parry. Now only 2 bullets left. This actually might look tough. If Love can block one more, Jack might be in a legitimately tough situation. And right now,
no!
Wow. Last touch.
Got the bullet out of Jack, but wasn't able to get the relenting offense out of the way just yet.
Yeah, gets the pressure going. BRC is going to go ahead and take the turn back. I love what Love's doing. Pretty solid, but has to eat the burst from Jack. And now you've got to hold a whole fresh chamber for you with your name on it. Gets him and goes ahead and sends him through the wall. Jack taking that first round. Once again. What a tragic one, too. Got 5 bullets gone, and the 6th bullet was the one that clipped. Got the pop-up right into Deus Ex Machina. What a tough situation for Love. But Love showing that he has what it takes defensively to make something happen. Finds the first hit. That bar/2H going to go ahead and connect, and we're back into the corner.
And I got to say, if there is one diamond in the rough for Love, it has to be his usage of burst. Realizes that, HC is going to build me a lot of burst over time.
Yeah.
I can be a lot more liberal with these bursts than most characters are allowed to be.
Oh, yeah.
And has been able to use it to convert into at least a couple opportunities, even if they seem small in the between.
Exactly. And if Love can make it, all Love has to do, Love is getting advantages and having chances to get off and started. Love just has to find that first genuine snowball to make it count, and we're going to see a really different match for you. Wow, great JS in the air and the pickup. Nice. Takes out the Blicky, gets the firework.
Uh-oh.
And we're tying up together.
Oh, and there it is with the snowball just as you were saying. Oh, no! Gets the YRC and is going to be able to convert it as well. Jack turns lemons into lemonade and turns what looked like a doomed round into a one game.
Dude, you see even Jack shaking his head like, yeah, I probably didn't deserve that one. Look, he's looking at the camera, my God. Dude, that's so tough for Love. Did so much right there. No. But the last little slip up is all it takes against Happy Chaos. And that's going to hurt. But Love can make a way back. Has proven he has what it takes. It just has to find a good challenge on the 6K there.
I got to say, Love's stock as a competitor is going to come down to how he plays out this final game. Sometimes things just don't go your way. You got to say, all right. Aw, dang, that was a tough one, but it shows that I can get in a position to where I can take rounds, potentially games, off of this competitor that's so revered. Or are you going to sulk down and be like, all right, I can't really do this? And so far, Love is looking like the former is all he knows. So far has been doing an incredible job in this first round of game number 3.
Absolutely right. You can either give in or you can push beyond your limits, and Love is doing a great job of that right now. Unfortunately, the YRC gets blocked, a little bit too predictable. Jack going to take this round, but that round, much more competitive. Again, like you were saying, you know, Love could have given in, but is going to keep pushing and do everything it takes to make the run back here looking solid. Both playing around. Jack with the first hit, going to get knocked down, reset concentration, big counter hit though, and look at this loop-de-loop of different sides, huge combo, pushes to the corner, and builds just enough meter for Deus Ex. What optimal routing, by the way, to get there.
I mean, one of the beauties of HG's creativity is you can optimize for a bunch of different things. But one thing Jack is always going to have is resources. Because he makes sure he at least gets 2 out of the 3 at any given combo.
I like that. Burns a PRC to get the anti-air, tries to pick up with the Kibari. Not quite going to work, and instead, you got to have to take pressure. Jack with a nice combo again. Not going to be able to break the wall. Has to reload and low on concentration, so backing off to let it fill. I love the PR side by Love. Going to chase down. Nice. We get the H. Johnson. We get the Yo Johnson cross-up. And gets the close slash counter hit. We've got the tether connected. What's it going to be? I predict other side high.
All right, let's see. Oh, you kind of got hit. Oh, no.
Oh, I got hit for sure.
Oh, look at the bullet burst come out of time, and it does! One of the beauties of having that high health pool, but Jack is going to mitigate it immediately and closes out the sweep.
Exactly.
Not to my homework.
Dude, and this is an interesting matchup, too, because Ram and Leo both occupy the same screen distance in terms of their normals, but the way they're running pressure is so much more different. Ram's looking to absolutely rush you. Wow, cross-up already gets the 6H. You have to burst out if you're Leo.
We want to talk about rushing in. Look at this going on right now. 5K, just such a potent weapon. I got to say, the worst day of my life has to be when the SoCal Rams found out about 5K. I can't win a set anymore. What do I do?
Exactly, man. Good pressure. Skello trying to find a way back and getting good hits, but man, 5H for Ram. Get crushed, and you're just going to be dead here. Oh, no, she didn't have the sword.
We're on the wrong sword.
Yeah, okay. IAD back, JS covers up so much screen space. You are so safe. And this is what I'm saying, right? Skello and Akeno both control the same screen pace. 2S, great round sword option, by the way. But they both control very similar distances in neutral, but it is in pressure where they're going to shine. And right now, Akeno's been so good at getting these first hits and making the pressure count. So much good damage, so much good conversions, and just suffocating.
Skello trying to get something going on here. Backdash BRC to avoid that back turn K. Seemed like Akeno was just in Skello's mind, reading the option there perfectly.
Oh, jumps up, clashes on the downward move. Both of them going to connect, burst out. Ram just closing out space, and she's going to hop right back in, close slash. Yo, real quick, I don't think we acknowledge how godlike wake up backdash BRC to beat Leo back turn K is insane work. That is godlike, dude.
I gotta say, the thing about Akeno is they're already on a different level when it comes to figuring out his Leo matchup. I mean, I was already talking about the SoCal Rams. The SoCal Leos are another kind of hidden boss, right?
Yeah,
there are so many of them, and they have the talent to make it so that fighting other Leos honestly feels like it's just another day at the office as well.
Absolutely. And good stuff for Skello, actually getting some turn start and getting pressure. and is doing a good job right now of waiting out Akeno's sword toss, right? Ram back in the day used to be able to pick the swords up and reset pressure. Now, once she loses them, she's done. She's got to wait for them to return naturally. So Skello, right, doing a great job pushing away from the corner so the swords take longer to get and challenging once she loses them. So there's much less risk for him, right? It's been working out well so far, but Akeno finding these hits in neutral, pushing back to the corner, and gets the super here. Gets a positive bonus. It's kind of a tough start.
Yeah, I mean, this is... I feel like a tough start is almost an understatement for Skello, especially when you're getting the DP punish.
Yeah. Tosses that diagonal sword down. But I do like the adjustment Skello's made so far. Much more patient in the corner and is forcing Akeno, hey, I want you to commit. I want you to do something like a throw. Because otherwise, if you're going to toss sword, I'm going to take the better situation for me. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, when you are in that really close range space, I honestly would take the jab that Leo is able to produce more than the jab that Ram is, especially when it comes to his reward as well.
Absolutely. Great backdash. Gets the 2D to counter hit pickup and is going to go ahead and start running pressure of his own. Skello gets the wall break. This is a good situation for him. Positive bonus almost has max meter, but has a lot of resources, right? Uh-oh. Oh, clicks with the Rekkas. Backdash gets the 2D. Hard pickup here, and we've got the super. This is going to close it out. First round picked up for Skello, proving, no, I'm still in this. That first game, that ain't nothing to me.
Oh, yeah. It's like, listen, we have already seen the nerves of steel showcased by Skello already. Went down 0-2 in the previous set, but as you can see, he's still here on the winner side of pool, so something had to have gone right. Will he be able to pull that magic again in this current set against Akeno? Might be a bit tougher, but as you can see, you can never really count him out.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, great option. PRC forward with that diagonal sword toss on the way, so you can run pressure very hard for Skello to mash out of, and gets punished, set it back up in the corner. Good pressure. Akeno getting a chance to run. Goes for the flip, but a little bit too far away. PRCs goes for the throw, but it whiffs, and Skello misses the throw as well. Huge chance. Just drop 5K, 6H, pick up. You are dead. Akeno 2-0 right now with a perfect on that last round.
My gosh, the perfect coming out here. Akeno making light work of Skello right now. You see, it's a lot easier to go into the mindset of, all right, we could be seeing the reverse sweep, especially when the game is as close as it said versus Devno, excuse me. But right now, these games look like they are all Akeno all the time.
Yeah, looking really, really solid and competitive. Nice 2D to get the, or sorry, 2K to get the open up low, and just gets the confirm, gets the corner combo without any real swords, and finds the damage. And again, wake up there, just stick out a sword. Leo's gonna run into it. You have all the time in the world. Low risk, high reward in that situation. 6P trying to find an anti-air, but 5K, man. Akeno's been so good at bullying with that button. Oh, flash kick gets covered.
And that's the problem with the ram pressure, is when that sword is on you, all that they need to do is just jump up, hold back, and they let the sword do the rest.
Absolutely. 2S, 5H, going to go ahead and toss the sword, and we're going to keep establishing pressure with the Rekkas and the PRCs, but now she's out of swords, and with the successful blocking, Skello has a chance. Eats the 6P, though, has to burst it.
Good match there. Gets thrown on the run through. That's that Leo magic experience coming in handy, as I mentioned before. Akeno needs one more thing to close it out, and with the, has very good tools to play around a lot of the items. The main thing that kind of deals with some problems is mini Faust, but I mean, it's mini Faust. This is a problem for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
So, but other than that, when it comes to picking up trumpet or dealing with bomb or playing bomb tennis, you have so many opportunities.
Wow, good awareness already.
Wow. I was going to say, I was like, you guys already showing off that item awareness.
Yeah, I mean, tosses the weight and opting to just golf it back to force some pressure. Nice JH, going to go ahead and pick it up. 5K, big conversion into the tornadoes. Wait, Z-Guy's cooking a little bit. I like the overhead there, tries to capitalize on the afro, but it's no longer there. And we're back to it, 2K, 2D. We love it to see it.
That routing was so smart because he did all that he could to adjust and try and get out of the way of that bomb. 2K to close that one out here, and so far, Z-Guy off with a very impressive start.
Yeah, really solid start. It's hard to say with Faust, but the people who have been playing him have fought some wars. Double 5K, gets the 6H, and toss the mini Faust. You're going to have to hold some pressure. Walking up, and I like Z-Guy constantly active, constantly applying pressure. Throw the horns, tries to run up to claim it, but instead Elfup's going to get it. What great awareness. She picked up off of it. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, not only picked up off of it, but also got the side switch as well. Able to go for a lot of these resets that he's looking for. Yeah. Gets the 6P and is going to be able to kill. I almost said might, but then I remembered that's 6H in the combo, ladies and gentlemen. That's bound to kill.
Dude, and what I will say is I like the option for deflect shield there with Z-Guy. Faust doesn't have defensive options like that. He has a reversal super, but otherwise you have to take what you can. And against a mixed character like Elfo, you honestly got to pull the trigger on something. Deflect shield was a good attempt. It just didn't work out. Nikolai, though, currently running this game well. Not going to give Z-Guy the chance to start throwing items and maybe get something set up. Just holding this mix. Oh, not blocking everything. Goes low that time.
Not blocking it. Not blocking everything felt like more like not blocking anything. Those last 3 setups all hit, and again, you can't even blame Z-Guy because you are literally guessing between high and low.
Yeah.
You mentioned already, Faust with relatively poor defensive options doesn't make it that much easier because he doesn't have some of those elite tools that can deal with a lot of Elfield's pressure, like a really strong 6P or a really strong jab or a DP. All of that, he's fighting this pressure good and honest, baby. It's a lot of work.
Exactly, and that's the, oh, nice. It's a counter hit there. One of the big things with Nikolai, when he's going to be successful in this matchup, it's when he doesn't allow Z-Guy to throw items. As long as Z-Guy can toss items and start getting his turn started, he has some defense. He has that randomness and that, you know, sort of guessing situation that these items present that can give him a chance to keep in this matchup. But the moment Nikolai can lock Z-Guy down, it starts looking really dire for Faust. Great combo, though, and this is what I'm talking about, right? This round has been built around the fact that Z-Guy has been tossing items as often and as much as he can. Nikolai can't run his game because there's constantly something set up. Super into PRC, into pickup. We like that. Z-Guy, great combo.
Yeah, Z-Guy closing that round out with a vengeance. Says, you know what, I got on the board before, let me do it again. But this time, you want to show up on that beautiful CEO scoreboard with at least a point next to your name.
Good pressure. Nice. I love the scalpel there. Keeps the bomb back there. You have to hold that. Twice. Whack him with a forward slash. Throwing items constantly. Guard break with the weight. Tries to go overhead with 6H. Good 6B to counter the scalpel. We like that.
Yeah, it seems like Nikolai has kind of dialed in the timing because there is a bit of a decent range where you can actually 6P and it covers both the charged and uncharged versions of scalpels. So
Exactly.
really dialed in.
Tossing items, going ahead and picking up the army. This does give a chance for Z-Guy for pressure, and I like that. 2K, tick throw. Get the portal and gonna go ahead and get a chance to throw more items. Weight doesn't matter if you got the hit. If you keep it going, you're gonna get punished for it. Little Faust gets the donut, gets some health. We like that.
Got a pretty good array of items here for Z-Guy. Oh my goodness, the bullet coming back from the depths of hell to try and come and make that conversion.
Yo, that Scarecrow PRC was so fast, I didn't realize it had happened until it already. Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness, the crowd popping off as well with that burst bait. Don't know if it's going to be able to kill, but Faust Guts says absolutely, I'm going to be dead here.
Yeah, 1 round apiece here in this game, too. Nice far slash to start off. One of the downsides with Faust historically is he's got great long-range buttons, but they're slow to start. If you press that button first, you're almost certainly going to win. Nikolai choosing to challenge and gets the first knockdown, gets the positive bonus on Faust, and this is a really bad situation for Z-Guy. Just like round 3 of game 1. Ooh, great blocks, but not great enough. Finally gets opened up, and you're just going to take so much damage.
Oh, my goodness gracious. What a burst bait. Once again, Nikolai just showing such good awareness, able to get that burst out, because if I'm not mistaken, well, I don't know if it's necessarily manually the burst bait, but you do have to be considering that option and adjust your setup accordingly.
Absolutely. I mean, that round 3 was a great example that I was talking about. Z-Guy never got a chance to throw items because he lost an early interaction. Nikolai ran the game, and Faust just gets steamrolled. He has to throw items and get set up before he can take any risks. Otherwise, he just gets blown up. And speaking of which, good challenge by Nikolai, going ahead and getting the knockdown, trying to set up some pressure. Not quite going to make anything stick, though. Oh, finally finds a hit.
Oh, my goodness. Gets the frame kill and the throw. There is so much meter on Nikolai's side. I would be so scared. Out comes the YRC, and this should do more than kill, especially with the Rekka Ender. Nikolai is on set point.
Absolutely. Z-Guy just not able to maintain a positive advantage there. Ultimately lose. Wow, 6P going to go ahead and challenge Faust toss-up. Gets the 6P, does get some tornadoes at least. We get the loops. Bar slash 2H, tosses the bomb back, and the knockdown off of the weight. Going to make sure it happens. Ooh. Good pressure. Oh, burst bait again. Gets the, dude, this is such a dire situation for Z-Guy. Not only do you have to hold mix, but you've got an annoying block string super placed on you. Great YRC. Opts to just get out of that situation. I don't blame him. But YRC right back from Nikolai. Finds the connection, and that's going to be Nikolai with a 3-0. Tough one to take.
Nikolai is out of pools and winners. There we go. Congratulations to them.
Situation when Eddie's on top of you, and if he has a little bit of meter, he becomes an absolute wrecking ball. It's hard to deal with.
Oh, 100%. I mean, even the biggest Zato down players, like, they have to admit that even once you get Zato in the offense, maybe a little bit less now just due to burst changes and YRC changes and all, but once you actually get put in those drills, get put in that pierce pressure, that's when Zato finally gets his time to shine. Like right here.
Yeah, I mean, you just get mixed. You got to hold all that. And Calamari doing a good job. She's getting her pressure started. Love finally forced the burst. But you have a good amount of your gauge. Like, wow, that caught from all the way up there. You got tied up.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Froggy gets the pressure going. Then we've got back and forth, great parry.
And not only do you get parried out of your own offense, that also resets the Eddie timer. As you can see, Calamari is without her best friend until literally right now.
Yeah, has to wait a while to make things happen. And again, another YRC gonna pop Eddie, force him to wait a little bit longer. Love doing a good job of applying this pressure. I like the rising JPs to just keep any tether shenanigans to a minimum there. And otherwise, just playing a good, patient game. No Zato has to commit, so playing smart with those JSs, those rising buttons, covering the airspace until finally gets the run up and gets the close out of the round. Nice stuff. Calamari doing a good job starting out this round, though.
Uh-oh. Gotta see what can bring the table turns to the mix. The tap dust gets everybody. Now we got Sun Void and another Eddie Gage is on the table. Along with the hard knockdown, this is not looking like a good situation for Love at all.
Yeah, good challenge, by the way. That little 2P to pop Eddie out the way. Unfortunately, Zato has to burn meter to get him back, but it is worth every penny. We got the frogs. We got our boys coming in. Set up the mine underneath. Good challenges with the 2S. Goes high. Trying to find another option. YRC gets rid of Eddie, but still gets clipped.
You see that float there coming out from Calamari. Allows her to dodge the lows and applies the pressure of her own.
Absolutely, and it was a good pickup, but Love doing a great job now finding some pressure and getting out of the corner. Gets 6P, 2P. Wow, I have not seen that in a minute. Gets the closeout, though. Good stuff, Calamari. She's going ahead, evening up this first game. Oh, back throw. We set up the boy on top. Back out, go for the little pendulum, tries to call out the frog, but Bar Slash going to cut through all the meth and going to go ahead and find a way.
Oh, the burst is out now. Eliminates one of the many ways that Baiken has to get rid of Eddie. And as we said, even though there's a multitude, it's always good to have them all on deck.
Absolutely, little froggy, good pressure, gets the wall stick into the sword super. Didn't break wall, the hitbox was janked. But she finds it anyways, nice overhead, gets the wall stick. Calamari capitalizing.
If Love found a way to bring that back, that would have been ridiculous.
That would have been godlike.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, dude, that's the Zato, that's the Arxis ignored Zato moment. That didn't break the wall is incredible. Good stuff. Love already getting the tether set up here, and nice little combo. Capitalize it, knock down, and goes same side. Goes for low, not gonna work out. Good blocks here, playing patient neutral, finds the far slash BRC, not able to pick up further. And we just got Eddie set up as a wall, but that JS clears right over it.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, there's not much to Love's name right now.
Ooh, good parry, not close enough to get the snap, though.
Oh, with the 2D goes for the low option. Going to be enough to take the round at the cost of the burst. But with the way that these two characters work, Love is going to be getting that back just any minute now.
Exactly, and not bad, all things considered. Calamari not able to get her turn started at all that game, and Love just running pressure. Nice catches the frog. We get the wall set up, and Eddie coming in, our little boy, precious little friend, knocking into the corner and getting the wall break. Not quite enough meter to get the super, but enough to get a good amount of damage, and now has positive bonus in a good situation here for Calamari.
Yep. Gotta guess right on the strike throw situation in the sky. Now has to try to fight her way out of this corner.
Low slash 2S, gets the sword super. We get Eddie set up here. We're going ahead, break the law to get closer, and good far slash challenge by Love to try to close things out, to try to make it a little easier, but instead gets flipped up. Oh, big drop.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, man, there it is. Calamari just leaving just a little bit extra on the plate.
5P2S to close that last round out. That JK so high up for Love. Gonna go ahead and trade it out. Immediately gets burst from being touched. You don't want to be in a negative situation against Zato. It is so dangerous. Eddie setting up, applying some pressure. Calamari, she's doing such a good job of summon, unsummon to make sure she always has Eddie available. Goes for a throw, but gets clipped up instead.
Now Eddie is more than unavailable. You have to try to block this all out. Apply some counter pressure with Eddie finally coming back into the view. Goes for the 6P, doesn't find anything. And now, I don't know if this is going to kill here with these 6H chains and doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, close. Still a ton of damage, and Calamari's got a lot of work to do. Not going to matter after that throw, but barely didn't kill initially. I like this. Love evening up the set.
Yes.
We're going 1-1 here. These have been competitive. And again, this is losers quarters. I believe this is the last chance these players have to meaningfully make it out of bracket, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to double check that right now.
Once you get past the loser quarter, you are going immediately into the loser side of phase 2 pool.
Yeah.
Both these players trying to make it to Saturday, get a little bit more money's worth out of this weekend pass for sure.
Absolutely, and good pickup so far. Calamari, she gets a nice little combo, breaks the wall. She's going to get a chance to set up with Eddie. Opts to just have Eddie pressure from a distance, get the claps, run in with the overhead, and good damage here. We get the shark. Our boy is back and breaks the wall. Nice, perfect round, immediately bouncing back from that last game.
If you are Calamari right here, you need momentum builders like that. Even convince yourself that you are still in this game, which sounds crazy because of her performance so far. When you look at Baiken and you see the deflect shields, you see the wire Cs, you see the potential burst, all to get Eddie off, you see parry as well. You have so many options for how your offense can get blown up. You need to be able to show, you know what, I still got it.
Exactly. Good 5D. Going to go ahead, get the wall break. We get the shark super. Shout out Nobiru. Break the wall. And we've got a good situation. Calamari, she has a big chance here to close out a round that looks otherwise pretty poor for her. YRC by Love just trying to stop this foolishness where it stands. Good backdash to 5P. She picks up with the red RC, drops the combo though, not going to find anything. Was hard baiting a burst there and it didn't pay out. Now we're back to neutral and you've got a lot less. Oh my God, just ran all the way through it.
Well, all right then.
Shout out Reagan. She said tear down this wall. Went right through it all.
Oh my God.
Oh, good pressure. Ronda's Rose Johansson. 5D blocks it this time, but gets caught in the air with the froggy.
Uh-oh.
Drills. Good pressure midstream.
There's lots of drills coming out on the side of Calamari. Love trying to fight his way back into this round.
Good stuff. 2S, 2H. Trading back and forth, but nice. Calamari gets away from the gimmicks on the tether, doesn't get caught, and instead she gets Eddie and she's full screen. She's in a comfortable situation, finds the pendulum, swing back in, has to go down a little bit because she doesn't quite have the Eddie gauge to make it capitalize. Sword super, not going to break the wall, not close enough, but she does get an Eddie set up here, and we've got pressure.
Oh no! Oh no! I can see Calamari just absolutely reeling from how that interaction played out.
That is so tough. Scared. I mean, that's a tough situation to lose. You were in such an advantage, and now you're holding tether. If you guess wrong, you get cooked up. 5P's luckily not a great conversion with no meter.
No.
Oh, God. Has to burn burst on an otherwise pretty comfortable round. Okay, Eddie going to close it out. Nice little flick of the wrist on that one.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, you can see Calamari be like, yo, that was not how that round was supposed to go at all. I had full Eddie gauge. I had him in the corner. He had no other resources. Somehow finding his way out of there with the BRC, putting her on her toes and honestly shaking her up a bit. We got to see how the mental holds up after a game like that.
Absolutely. All it takes is one good 6P, and, you know, Love found the perfect one there to get out. And when you're in tether against Baiken, it gets really scary really fast. Luckily, Calamari was able to hold on and close it out. But like you said, that can be a tough one to shake off going into this immediate game 4. Backdash, BRC goes for the overhead, not going to connect, but then goes for the Johansson. Will get the pick up there. Will get the tether set up. Trying to find something, but Calamari's been so good on defense, actually. You need to with Zato. He has no choice.
Oh, yeah.
Good pressure, gets the drills, carries to the corner. Sword super, should break the wall and get a positive bonus. Hard knockdown, sets up Eddie again. When Eddie gets the connection, Love woke up pressing.
Uh-oh. Love has one more opportunity. Gets hit with the classic. The tap does PRC low.
I love that. The can opener. Let them see the orange, let them react. Eat them up low. Good pressure, keeping it going. Jumps over the tether, allowing the pull to the other side. Getting a hit up, but Love not able to pick up good enough. However, Love does find this huge air pickup here. Goes opposite side Johansson. Hard to guess in Calamari. She guessed incorrectly and now has to keep guessing. Doesn't have the meter to escape this and gets eaten up high. Held onto her burst because she knew that was a dire situation. No need to hero burst. You are so far behind with Zato in that already.
Now remember, Calamari only needs one more round to get out of pools, advance on to the phase 2. Love right now fighting for his tournament life. Oh, and that parry is not how you want to do it.
Run up after the PRC, gonna go ahead and take the corner. Calamari, she's in a good position here, like you said, on tournament point to move on. Love needs to find something big if he wants a chance to continue on this corner, but trade a button there, not quite going to work. BRC trying to get a punish and not going to. Burns Wild Assault, every resource Love has to try to find something, and it's not coming together. Calamari blocking through everything, and now she has the setup, and she finds him low, and will close it out with the Frog. What a good set. A 3-1 that was honestly a lot closer than it appeared.